For Werda, who's going to do the color commentary and pick up my slack because, this is game 2 for me. Ron, we had a close game last week as we took on the Hamilton Hurricanes.
Yep.
A little closer than what we expected, I think.
Yeah. First game jitters for both teams. We saw a lot of positives from both those teams last week. We talked about it on the last week's stream. Hamilton has vastly improved over what they were last year. They were a very young team. London went through some growing pains in that game, but you could really see what they want to do. They're going to be that ground and pound team that we come to expect from the Beefeaters. And Ottawa, we really don't know much about, except for they got a couple really stud returning players, and it all starts with number 10, the running back, Rashad Johnson. He was the top rusher in the OFC last year, and he returns for his second year in Ottawa. The Sooners look very big, very athletic. It always comes down to, on games like this, who can win the line of scrimmage battle, and I really expect to see that's where the game is going to be coming down to.
So last week, speaking of the ground and pound Beefeaters, their starting running back went out.
Yeah, Elijah Prosper.
Yeah, went out. We didn't see him in the second half. And then we saw him limping off the field after the game. So we were a little concerned about that. Now, to be fair, DJ Fonte filled in those shoes admirably.
Yeah.
However, we notice he's back on the roster today. So do we have any update as to what actually happened last week that he's back so quickly?
It was an equipment issue from what I understood. He's fine. He's good to go today. And again, Nick Fonte did a great job filling in at the running back position. He's more of that catch it out of the backfield back. Prosper's more of that straight ahead. I'm going to get 4 or 5 yards and take a couple tacklers with me type of back. So very different running back styles, but it's good that when they can get both of them in the game in utilizing the strengths of each team. The Beefeaters have a very good receiving core. We didn't see a lot of it because the defensive back play for Hamilton last week was exceptional.
It was out of this world.
Yeah. But I would expect to see, DJ Fonte going into his second game in the OFC. It's funny. I was talking to somebody before the game. Every level you go at in football, it doesn't matter how much success you've had at high school or at the provincial level or anything like that. When you go up to the next level, the speed of the game changes. It usually takes a game or two for these type of players to really get to the speed of the game and understand it. I expect to see a day and night improvement from DJ this week just for him to be used to the speed of the game.
Well, you look at it as they move up from level to level, the talent pool gets smaller and smaller and better,
Yes.
right? So you have no choice but to pick that up. Anyways, captains have done their thing at midfield. We're on to the national anthem. We'll be right back.
Oh, Canada, our home and native land, true patriot love in all of us command. With glowing hearts we see thee rise, the true north strong and free. From far and wide, oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. God keep our land glorious and free. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee. Oh Canada, we stand on guard for thee.
Welcome back. We have a great afternoon for football. It's sunny, it's warm, it's a little windy, but that's typical for Citywide Field here, home of the Beefeaters.
Yeah, home of the wind tunnel basically is what it is. Can you hear me now?
Yep.
Okay. So yeah, we've nicknamed this place the Wind Tunnel for years. It's so hard to see, We saw on the playing of the national anthem, the flag, basically blowing. The wind's really blowing today. It's coming out of the south, blowing to the north, which usually means the gusts at this place are going to be something else.
All right, the teams are taking the field. We are just about ready to go here. And it looks like the Beefeaters will be receiving the opening kickoff. One would presume then that Ottawa won the flip and have deferred.
Yeah, Ottawa did win the toss. They deferred to the second half. Ottawa in those very Oregon State-looking uniforms.
That, or if you're a London fan, the Clark Road Trojans at the high school level are very much similar, or even the Cleveland Browns. Shall we go there?
No.
No? Let's not go there? Okay.
I like the Oregon State reference a whole lot better.
However, so here we go. Back deep. London's got a couple of returners there that have some speed to burn. And a little confusion going on the Sooner sideline. Getting things pegged. And because it's so windy, we're going to have somebody hold the ball for him, which is unusual, but does happen. Oh, now he's standing up and he's moving off. All right, here we go. And we're underway. Short, squibby kick, hoping to get a short recovery. Two Beefeaters collide on the recovery there, so it's going to be Beefeater ball at the 40-yard line.
I don't know if that was on purpose or if he just mishit it. But interesting opening kickoff of the season.
Great field position.
Ottawa had the bye last week, so this is their first game. They're going to have some of those first game jitters, first game mistakes. Let's see how the Beefeaters come out.
One would presume with the wind blowing in his favor, he would have thumped it out of here. But nonetheless, Beefeaters first and 10 from their own 39-yard line. Got one back in the backfield, and that's the aforementioned Prosper. And he takes the opening handoff. And as you said earlier, he fights his way for 3 or 4 yards.
Prosper the carry, just straight ahead on that inside zone play. Gets good gain of 3 yards. And producer Stephanie, if we can get the starting lineup for your London Beefeaters. We talked about DJ Fonte and Elijah Prosper. There is your receivers. Seth Raymer's really the go-to guy on this.
Beefeaters back up at the line. We've got 2nd and 7 for the Beefeaters. And again, they start out of the shotgun with Fonte, and Prosper's in the backfield. Back to pass, quick pass outside, off the hands of the intended receiver, number 86, Marc-Antoine Voyer.
Yeah, Voyer was the intended receiver. Even if he catches it, I think he's going to be a little bit short of it. He ran about a 5-yard pattern when you needed the 7. Sooners defense holds. You're going to have a quick 2-and-out here for the Beefs.
I'm never really sure why they run a 5-yard pattern and they come back to the ball, so it's actually a 4-yard pattern when you need 7. That's always confusing to me.
You're always trying to hope that your guy can break a tackle, but when you're coming back to the ball, it's so hard to break a tackle to change your fielding and go back upfield.
Back to punt, almost blocked. He might have had that if he put his hands up. Taking it at the 31-yard line. Beefeaters with pretty good coverage there. A whole herd of them in on the tackle.
Yeah,
on
number
the return
44.
was number 11, Raheem.
37 was there. Number 30, Hepburn. Heard of Beefeaters. I almost
only about a 4-yard return on that.
Yep.
So the Beefeaters with good coverage. It's going to be 1st and 10.
And there you see the difference
Sooners.
in the wind. That was a good pump by Rivard, but you could see it just kind of die.
Right into the wind. Yep. I've had golf shots like that. You think it's going to go, and the wind says no. 1st and 10 for the Sooners. They've got 3 in the backfield, including the quarterback. 1 wide out to the far side, and 1 wide on the near side. And they fake, and they're going to go down the field over the middle. And a little high and incomplete. Intended for number 4, Tristan Hart, who, even if he had climbed the ladder, I don't think he would have pulled that in.
Yeah, Rana's the quarterback, number 12 there. And again, just a little bit high. He's a big, tall quarterback. That was one of the things that we noticed in warm-ups. This is a big, athletic-looking kid. Just a simple mesh pattern. You had your inside slots doing a cross at about 12 yards. Good job by the safety coming downhill, recognizing and breaking that up.
So 2nd and 10 for the Sooners. 1 running back in the backfield. They go with a more traditional lineup than the Beefeaters do sometimes. And this time they hand off. Oh, and he breaks a tackle in the backfield, and he breaks it outside. One man to beat, and he beats him down the sideline. Finally pushed out of bounds. Big gain for the Sooners. Knocked out of bounds by Williamson for the Beefeaters.
We talked about him earlier. That's Rashad Johnson. He is so dynamic. He's so hard to bring down. He had a couple Beefeaters in the backfield. Had him dead to rights. Shakes his shoulders, bounces outside, and off to the races down the sideline. Good gain of about 40. 1st and 10 for the Sooners. Rashad Johnson is going to be a problem here.
It would seem that way. If he can bounce it outside like that when you've got 2 guys in the backfield on him, could be problems. 1st and 10 inside the 20-yard line for the Sooners. And 2 in the backfield.
So they're playing with an extra off. No, they're not.
No, they're not. Pass over the middle. It's pretty deep. And incomplete. It was open for a minute there. Hayden Murray was the intended receiver there. He had him open just a little high.
Taywall with the coverage down there. And again, there's that wind playing a factor. I think that ball kind of sailed on him a little bit more than he anticipated. Good route, good coverage here for the Beefeaters. Trying to see, they're supposed to have 7 on the line of scrimmage. They're starting a guy in the backfield here and then waggling him up late. It's almost illegal formation.
I wondered about that. So they've got 1st and 10. 2nd and 10
So
inside the 20.
Now you're 2 by 2.
Right.
No,
Yep.
now you're 3 by 2.
Trips out
But that's
the far
fine.
side.
Now you got both receivers on the line. Okay.
Making sure everybody's set. Oh, there's a flag.
Time count.
And there's a time count violation, so they took a little too long. That'll back them up a little bit. 2nd and long.
So 5-yard penalty on you. Got to get the play in 20 seconds. That's the call the back judge is going to have every time he's got the clock in his hand. And I thought they were taking a little bit long. Looked like they had some formation. I don't know if they were supposed to have a guy in a different spot. But 2nd and 15 here for the Sooners.
Marks them all the way back to about the 24-yard line, maybe the 23. Again, trips out the far side. 2 out this side on the short side. And he hands it off. And he breaks a tackle right away. And then dukes another one. And did he make it?
No, he's going to be short. He's out about the 2-yard line. But again, this guy's going to be a problem all day. The Beefeaters had him in the backfield again. Man, he's got great moves. Good tackle by number 37 for the Beefeaters.
Very solid on his feet. So he does get the first down, though. So it's 1st and goal at the 3-yard line.
Sooners with an impressive drive early in the season.
Well, considering they didn't play last
Yeah.
week, so they haven't been able to work out the game day jitters, so to speak. And here they are marching right down the field on the Beefeaters, who a game under their belt. 1st and goal from the 4.
You got 2 in the backfield this time, Chris. 22 look.
One receiver on this side, 2 out the far side. And I suspect that he's going to hand it right back to the same one. Oh, and the Beefeaters meet him. Hold him out.
Johnson.
Well, there's the defensive end that had a big game last week. Wes McFarland coming off that. Gets him in the backfield this time for no gain, if not maybe a loss of a half a yard. Just beating his man. That's all he did. Is he beat his man, makes a tackle, 2nd down and goal from about the 3.
That's an exceptional play for a man that size to shed the tackle and not get juked out by a guy who's got very quick feet.
Again, 22 look, 2 receivers each side, 2 in the backfield.
2nd and goal. They gave him a gain of a yard and change there. High snap, pulled down, but he's a big, tall guy. Oh, hello that's filling the hole.
Johnson.
It's number 37, the linebacker. That's Clay Richardson coming over. We do see a flag on the play. I think it's a hold.
Holding is the call.
So it is a hold against Ottawa. Do they move them back or do they decline the penalty?
Back 10.
Well, it's 3rd down from if the play
about the
stands.
2.
It'll be about the 2-yard line, 3rd and 2, and you got to
They're
believe
going to
they
move
would
them back.
go
They've
for
already
it. So,
decided, yeah.
yeah, I would move him back.
Sorry, 2nd and goal.
So second down here for the Sooners. I'm going to say about the 13-yard line here. 12-yard line, my apologies.
So if you're the Sooners, what are you calling here now that you're back and it's a goal? You need 12 yards.
Well,
Are you happy if you get it, and if you're not, you kick the field goal?
Yeah, I want to give my guy a chance, look for maybe a swing pass or a screen.
Well, that pass over the middle both times was wide open.
Yeah.
Right, so they
you got
could
that
go
mesh.
right back to that. And he can see over the line without any problem. That guy is tall. And sure enough, they're throwing it out to, well, not quite the middle, but they're going back to the deep end. And they can catch
Intercepted
it
out of bounds.
Out of bounds. So incomplete pass is going to bring up third down. Third and goal from the 12.
Great
For the
coverage.
Sooners.
You had three guys there. The Beefeaters were the ones who were really, really close to it. Again, you see that ball sail on them. I haven't seen anyone come out kicker-wise here for the Sooners. So it's third down from the 12, third and goal. Referee is talking to the offensive line of Ottawa. So maybe were they saying you can't cut them? Or definitely having a conversation with the offense.
Well, and they're
the
ready to
offense
go. They're
does
in the huddle.
stay out.
Yep. In the huddle, and time has been counted in. So they really don't want to take a time count violation here with third and goal. Interesting call. Third and goal from the 12.
So they do have an extra offensive lineman in. Number 97 is playing tight end. Beefeaters rallying to the ball. Good coverage downfield by the Beefeaters. Cleaned up by Richardson again in number 18 for the Beefeaters.
And Richardson was the player of the game last week for the Beefeaters, if I remember correctly.
Turn it over on down.
Had a great game.
Really dynamic ball player. Great sideline to sideline. Hey, if you're the Beefeaters, that's what you want to see. You gave up a big run down there, put your back against the wall, and you're able to bounce off of that and get a stop. No points given up. That's a win for the
only
defense.
a stop, but no points. They didn't go for the field goal, so no points at all. So it's first and 10 Beefeaters. They are inside their own 15-yard line, again about the 12, so he got no gain on that. And the Beefeaters run it up the middle. He bounces it outside a little bit off the tackle, and it looks like he's gained maybe 5 yards, 4 yards.
Just leading on that straight ahead, just that outside zone. And again, you're just trying to pick in between the spots there. Prosper does get a good gain on the play. Gain of about 3, actually, is what they're going to mark it off at. So we're going to say second down and 8 here.
Gain of 3 would be second and 7.
Yeah, I know.
I don't want to correct you or anything, but math is my strong suit. Beefeaters hand it off up the middle, breaks one tackle. The safety wraps him up pretty quickly. But that's a good gain for the Beefeaters. Looks like it's going to bring up third and a couple.
Prosper.
Yeah, Prosper's the ball carrier. Number 44, Lamar, comes up, cleans it up. A little bit of a high tackle, but Prosper did a good job of getting
First down.
And he did get enough for the first down, so gain of 10 on that. That's a big
big
conversion. Get out of your own end zone.
That's right. Get out of the shadow of those goalposts. First and 10 Beefeaters. Prosper the lone back. Single wide receiver at the far side. Twins on this side.
Tight end on the field side as well.
And Fonte sends one man in motion. Oh, good read. Good read.
Prosper,
Very short gain. Nelson with that tackle very quickly.
Noah Nelson on the tackle.
Yeah, Nelson comes off the defensive line spot, scrapes down, beats his guy to the hole. Good gain, good stop on that play. Threw him down for a loss of 1. Second down and 11 here for the Beefeaters. 8:26 left to go, first quarter.
That makes things a little bit difficult for the Beefeaters. They want to get a little bit more space out of here before they have to punt into that wind.
4-by-1 look here, Chris.
Yes. So no running back. Little play action. They're going down the middle. He's going to come back for the ball. Oh, it's tipped and intercepted. Number 7, Dylan Alary, comes down with the ball for the Sooners, and he's still running. Beefeaters finally wrap him up. There's a late flag on the play, and then another one just to make sure.
Fonte's pass.
So this is not really on Fonte. Throwing it into the wind. Does a good job of coming back to the ball. Number 11 bats it back to number 7. 7 picks it up. I think you're going to have an illegal block downfield for the Sooners. So it's going to be 15 yards from the spot. We're going to see Ottawa go back here to about the 50-yard line.
So far, the Sooners are winning the battle of field position against the Beefeaters, and they are indeed going to mark it back. It'll be interesting to see what they choose to do here. They're certainly winning the field position battle, as I said, but if they're back a little bit more, they can still, with the wind the way it is, even if they don't get anything on first or second, they can kick a field goal, although they've been a little hesitant to kick a field goal so far.
A little argy-bargy going on out there.
So offsetting penalties at that. You had offsetting unnecessary roughness against both teams. I thought it was a late hit on the tackle as well, which is what I was wondering about. 97, he's lined up at the tight end. He's declaring himself eligible as a receiver. So there's 6 offensive linemen, hence why you've got the 1 receiver to the far side and 2 to the field, 2 running backs in as well.
And he's making sure that every ref knows that he's eligible as a receiver. He went around the horn, tapping his helmet to tell everybody. No Detroit Lion plays coming up.
No.
And out of the shotgun, high snap, pulled down again. Different running back this time.
Yeah, 25 is the ball carrier this time.
I was thinking it was 24.
Number 24,
Alexis Bacana.
on the carry.
The Beefeaters wrap him up. He got a couple of yards, maybe 3. Hard to tell from field side, but yeah, they stopped him short of the next line, short of the 30.
So gain of 7 actually on the play.
Apparently my math skills aren't that good, even though I said they were.
Maybe math is my strength
Yeah,
now.
I'll work on that. Second and 3 for the Sooners as they come up from under center. He's back in the shotgun. Both teams going out of the shotgun the whole game so far.
Yeah, you're going to see the majority of the teams in this league in the pistol formation.
Oh, we call it a pistol, not a shotgun now?
I'll explain the difference.
I'm old school. Lobs it over the middle. Had the Beefeater not gotten a hand on it, the other Beefeater would have picked it off. So number 37 got a hand on it and deflected it. That's Clay Richard again.
So I'm going to answer your question for you. What's the difference between a shotgun and a pistol?
Please.
The pistol formation is where the quarterbacks line up about 4 yards. Shotgun is the quarterbacks line up at 7.
So it's a longer gun.
It's a longer gun, and you tend to see more of that 3-step. Third down here for the Sooners, and offense is on the field still. Got to question the kicking game for Ottawa.
Yes, you do. Third and 3, which is much better than the 3rd and 12 they went for on the last time. But out back to throw it again, and again he's lobbing it quick.
He's got it.
And he got it. What a great pass and a great catch. Number 4, Tristan Hart, comes down with the ball. There was pretty good coverage there by the Beefeaters, but he placed that ball perfectly.
Yeah, there you see there's that same shot. It's really hard for that half to come over. What they did is they motioned the running back out, show that under. That brought the linebacker up, who should have had him. So the safety's got to come over and make that play. Unfortunately, he's not able to do that. Touchdown for the Sooners. And again, I think they're going for 2. I really got to question the kicking game if they have one here.
Or if they even have one, yeah. Yep. Unless this is just the philosophy of the Sooners. Go for
There
it
you
at
go,
all
Chris,
times.
under center.
There you go. Whoa.
I formation.
What? I formation under center. Who knew that was still a thing? And the Beefeaters say, no, you're not getting 2 on us.
Yeah.
And now they're trying to rip the ball out.
Well, this is going to be very interesting to see because Braden Rivard is a very good kicker for the Beefeaters. And again, the wind's at your back. Even if you're struggling with the kick game, you should be able to make a convert kick. You know, snaps coming at the 3.5. You're kicking it from the 10, 12-yard line. You've got to be able to make that. You don't have a kicker that can get a 12-yard kick. So now I'm really questioning if that short kick on the opening kickoff, maybe that's what he is.
That could be it. That's what they've got. McFarland made a great play to deny that. He shed his tackle very quickly, met him in the hole, and wrapped him up, and then got a little help from his friends. So
6:29 left to go first quarter. Sooners do lead 6-0. Chris, we were talking about this is the 50th season for the Beefeaters, and last week you handed me a great sheet with all kinds of information on it, and I didn't bring any of it last week. So over this past week, I was doing some reading.
You did your homework?
I did a little bit.
Attaboy.
The first year for the Beefeaters, 1975, the Beefeaters were 5-3-2.
Not bad for a very first year.
Not bad at all.
Not bad at all. Winning record. Well, we'll see what comes out of the kicking game here. Number 79, Zachary Schmidt, is the kicker. And I do look on my roster here, and they've got their other kicker punter as scratched out.
Yeah, I do see that as well.
I
So
suspect
maybe
he's
this
the
is the
punter
backup.
subbing in as the place kicker, and he's just not used to it.
Late substitution for Ottawa as well.
Yep.
Again, those first game kind of
Yep.
jitters.
Oh, I forgot I was on kickoff. Here we go. All right, and here we go. Well, they got this one in the air. Much better kick. Still short. And on the one hop, Raymer on the return all the way up to the 35-yard line.
And that's a good return. I always scream at returners to catch the ball in the air. He one-hopped it. It's like catching it in the air. Does a good job just straight upfield. Let's get some positive yards. Get out of our own end zone. Ball's at the 35-yard line. Let's see what Fonte and the Beefeaters can do here.
On their second go at this. It's always interesting to me. My son did punt return and kick return for a couple of years in high school. And that one hop thing is so difficult because if you a short kick, you don't think you can get there.
No.
And those you've got to try and time it for the one hop, but a lot of times that goes horribly wrong. So out of the pistol, and great run up the
There
middle.
you go.
Great run up the middle. The Beefeaters opened some holes that time for Elijah Prosper.
Prosper just straight ahead. Just there you see the wrap of the offensive lineman coming through and kicking out, and Prosper just following that hole all the way through. Ottawa showing a four-man front. They're very tall, very quick, very athletic looking up front for Ottawa.
So a gain of 10 for Prosper on that. So brings up first down all over again from their own 45-yard line. And again, it's Prosper. He's met in the hole this time, but he manages to fall forward back to the line of scrimmage, so no gain.
So here's something I'm starting to notice. When Ottawa wants to get after it, they're shooting the linebackers through the B gaps, and they're bringing 5-6 guys into the backfield. That's what's stopping them. So if you can go play action off of that, hit something where the linebacker should be, that could be a big play coming up here for
We'll
the
watch
Beef.
that. So maybe a quick slant right over the middle as they come in from the slot back or something to that effect. 2nd and 10 for the Beefeaters.
4-by-1 set.
And there's your play action. He rolls out. And short hops the pass. Throwing into this wind is just as difficult, if not more difficult, than throwing with the wind.
Broken up.
Yeah. Intended for number 80. Van Morsel, yep. And again, you saw where they're trying to get into that vacant zone there. I don't like the 4 receivers to the boundary. I'd rather have them more to the field. I know it was just off center line there.
3rd and 10, Beefeaters are going to punt it away because they do have a kicker.
Yeah.
Good pressure.
This is procedure
Flags
on the
all over the
Beefeaters.
place. Yeah, that play is whistled dead.
Flag on the play.
So unfortunately, I saw the right end move for the Beefeaters. It's a 5-yard penalty, and they're going to move it back 5 yards.
Which, when you're kicking into this wind, is
that's big.
a bit. It plays into it.
Yep.
Right, you need every yard you can get when you're kicking into this style of wind. Those flags are still almost straight out, not quite, but close, and it's gusting a little bit.
The howls of Dorchester are letting you know that they're here today.
Fair enough. Darn those howls anyway. So Rivard back to punt for the second time, and he gets it away. A little short. Takes it on a couple hops, and then the Beefeaters wrap him up, push him out of bounds, led by number 2, Nick Fonte, who's in on.
That's a really good job of understanding. It's a short kick and keeping your 5-yard distance. Does a good job of understanding.
That is such a hard thing to do.
That's so hard to do because where's it? You don't want to turn around and look for the ball because then what's going to happen is somebody's going to meet you and say hello.
Yep.
So great field position for Ottawa again.
They're starting in good field position this whole game so far. They are playing with the wind, though, so again, that punt wasn't a great booming punt like Rivard is used to doing. However, The Beefeaters wrapped him up pretty quickly.
See into the wind how much lower he has to keep that punt. Because if you get that up in the air,
Yeah.
it's going to go blow backwards. Johnson back in the backfield for the Sooners this drive.
Sooners up to the line of scrimmage. 2 receivers in the backfield. 1 wide this side. And they're so tall I can't see the far side. There he is. He started about 5 yards off the line as well.
Swing pass.
Great little pass. And there's a flag
Johnson.
down again.
In space.
Hopefully this doesn't become a flag fest.
Good yard.
Well,
Moves him down. Gain of 6.
I thought you had a clip there, but
2nd and 4.
right here, number 4 there, you're not allowed to block him from the back. No flag on the play, and that's not a good sign for Ottawa already.
This
in
could
game.
be not good for Ottawa as they're starting running back. Number 10, Rashad Johnson, who just caught that little swing pass out of the backfield, goes down with an injury as we wait on the trainers.
Don't forget, folks, we'll have
And the Beefeater trainers come out, are the first ones out to help him out.
our 50-50 draw.
So Ottawa might not travel with a trainer. Some teams do not.
Is that a normal thing to not bring a trainer when you're traveling?
Home team has to supply a trainer.
Okay, all
You
right.
have the option of bringing a trainer with you or not.
Or not.
It just depends on bus travel.
Space on the bus and
Yeah.
the whole. Okay, all right. There you go.
This is
That's 2
something
things
that-
I've learned from you today.
Well, even a broken clock gets it right twice in a day.
Twice a day.
So here's something to consider. I'm looking across the field. Beefeaters bench, it's stretching, from the 40 all the way to about the 20. Ottawa's only got about 40 guys dressed here today. Beefeaters have another 10 or 15. This is a warm day,
Fabulous work.
okay? It's a warm day,
Available on
and
YouTube.
it is breezy, so it's kind of cutting the wind up a little bit. We are under this lovely tent here, so the sun's not beating on our heads. The heat and the lack of numbers, the Beefeaters can run the ball. Watch out in the second
game.
half.
Late in the
Yep.
game. Yep. That's a very good point, Ron. Lots of people in the backfield, so there's going to be lots of people motioning. 3 of them motion up to the line of scrimmage. He looked out to the far side. There was nothing there. And now he's just going to flick it away.
Okay, that's great coverage downfield by the Beefeaters.
Signal Williams.
Number 44 was there. He picked up the back. You can see him right there.
He's right on him. Took that pass right away.
Completely
Nothing there.
eliminated. They were looking for that check down, tried to get the quick first down. Not able to do that. Good coverage downfield as well by the Beefeater corners. Hey, good win for the defense on that.
Which is going to bring up 3rd and 4.
But again, we haven't seen a kicker come on for Ottawa. I don't think they have one. The offense is staying out.
It's interesting because they've got 1 kicker scratched off. Now, we don't know if that's the kicker or the punter. We
Right.
assumed it was the place kicker, which means the punter is here. So why would they not then punt? So
Or
then-
you just don't have one.
Then you just don't have one. Yeah, that's possible. They just put him in as kicker. Oh,
High
high
snap.
snap goes way back, and he's just going
Yep.
to fall on that.
Well, there you go. That was something
Great field possession coming up for the Beefeaters.
Look, that was something that I noticed in the pregame as well. Ottawa's snaps were a little bit high early in that game. He was able to get that down, but it was definitely something I was like, okay, a little bit high snap, a little bit of high snap. This is going to be a huge factor as this game goes on. If Ottawa cannot play the 3rd phase of the game and has to leave their offense out there, that's going to be a huge advantage for the Beefeaters as time goes on. With
Yep.
field position, and not only that, points. It's 6-0 for Ottawa right now.
3 minutes left in this into the win for the Beefeaters. 1st and 10 inside the 40-yard line. And, well, people jumped all over the place. on
Timeout,
that.
Ottawa.
I think they called timeout.
So the Sooners called timeout.
To thank our sponsors, Car
We
Star.
could see and again, there we saw the linebackers were creeping up to take their run blitzing. It's basically what they're doing. We don't think you can throw the ball on us. We're going to blitz the gaps, make you try to bounce outside. We're going to keep everything in front of us and just make the tackles.
Our beer sponsors, Railway City Brewery.
You got to wonder, what did they see there that they didn't like, or did they have the wrong personnel out there?
I don't think they had enough personnel.
Or that's the other thing.
I think they only had 11 men out there for Ottawa.
Hydrate, folks. It is
So again, rather than having a receiver completely
open.
uncovered,
Right. and hope he can't get it to him.
Yeah.
Degrees, so it doesn't really matter.
And DJ can. He absolutely can. He's
Although he is throwing into the wind.
he
And
is
so
throwing
far,
into
his
the
throws have
wind.
been a little suspect, but that's, I think, the wind, not his
Yeah,
ability.
no, it's definitely
And down
not
goes the ref. She's backing up pretty quickly, and then the receiver didn't see her coming. So that's tripping, right? That's a penalty.
That's a clip.
Are you going to correct me all day?
Yes,
there
sir.
it is. He's wide open. Hauls it in.
There we go.
All the way.
It's incomplete.
Oh, he dropped it on the tackle.
Then
Wide
Morrisville
open.
was
Look at him.
wide open
Wide
on
open. He had to
that.
slow down. That would be the wind. And
You know
then
what? That's a good job from the DB, punching the ball out, attacking it,
Intended receiver.
and unfortunately not able to squeeze it.
Second and 10.
Now, if he hadn't had to slow down, he waltzed into the end zone.
Yes.
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 Untouched, he waltzed into the end zone.
Again, there's what the wind does. And again, you got great field position. You've got to be able to capitalize on this. You got to get a first down here.
Because the field goal from here is probably not going to be entertaining.
No way. No way. He
Not
hasn't got
into
the
that
leg for
wind.
this.
So then they're punting. 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Fonte, he's got a little bit of pressure coming with a bullet, and then felt that pressure, I think, because that one was a hard, low pass.
Yeah, intended for
Incomplete.
Jason Pierce.
Third down.
Does fall incomplete. Good pressure. Good job. Ottawa kept DJ in the pocket that time.
There's some
Forced
of
him
the
to step
life
up.
left in, Grand Bend
Not
Speedway
able to
as well.
get
If you wanna
100%
lift,
into
you
that.
can get
There was some
25% off
stuff at his
tickets
feet. Goes
using
incomplete.
Omafoma was in on the, well, we won't call it a tackle because they didn't make a tackle. It was incomplete, but Omafoma was right there.
Yeah.
So even if he had caught it, I don't think he would have got the first down.
No, but you would have been enough where you could have possibly
entertain a
talked
field goal
about
then?
Yeah.
the merch table.
So Rivard back to punt for the Beefeaters from just over midfield. High snap, pulls it in, gets the punt away.
Good punt.
Nice
Great
punt,
punt.
right to the corner. One hop. Beefeaters back up. Oh, not back up far enough.
Rivard.
However, they're there in a hurry.
Yeah, but it's
Number
the
86
5-yard
was in there
variety.
on the tackle. That's Boyer again.
Yeah, it's the 5-yard variety because the ball hit the ground.
Right.
If you catch it in the air, it's a 15-yarder. When it's on the ground, it's only a 5.
So that really doesn't hurt them too bad.
No, you're going to see Ottawa with the ball at about the 14, 15-yard line here.
So from the 7, all the 8.
2:21 left to go in the first quarter. Sooners do
Ball
lead.
just inside the 20
Parallax.
at the 2 yards in, so at the 18-yard line.
Yep.
1st and 10 Sooners. This is the worst field position they've had all day with 2:21 left to go.
I want to see if number
6-point
10's
lead.
coming back in the game. And he is not.
He is not back in the game.
So that's something that we have to keep an eye on. That's probably arguably one of the 2 or 3 best players in the CJFL, not in this game for Ottawa. Watch for the swing.
Taking it all the way outside, and the Beefeaters string him out pretty well. That's number 24, Alexis Bacana on the
And-
carry.
Also, number 17, that's Patrick Briggs with the tackle,
Play Richard out
doing a
there
great
again.
job of coming over from the field court, from the field half position,
Like City TV.
scraping all the way across, making the tackle.
Not
Threw
only
him
do a
down
pretty
for a
good
loss of
job, but
5.
they lost yards on it.
Yeah.
So that's definitely a very good job of stringing them out. You think normally when they string people out, they get back to the line of scrimmage or a loss of a yard, not
Well,
5,
again, not just saying that these running backs are not good for Ottawa, but it's not the same running back in.
which we found out last week when Fonte went in.
Yeah, exactly.
Right, instead of Prosper. 2nd and 15 on the play. Back to throw. And
Is he
I
caught?
can't see if he calls out a catch. Yes,
They
he
are.
does. Calls out a catch.
Tristan Hart, the receiver, does a good job of really going down and getting that.
He was on his backside when he caught that. What
Got
a
it.
great catch.
Giving us
Got it
58
all the way to
on
the
the
30,
30-yard line.
gain of 12, first down
That's a
Sooners.
first down.
Pebbles, but that's okay.
But we also know they would have been going for it on third down anyway.
That's right. That's right. So the Sooners convert on 2nd and long, 2nd and 13.
You got to get a couple more first downs here before the wind really flips on you.
It'll be interesting to see what they can do against the wind, particularly without their starting running back, if that
Yeah.
continues. All right, 2 running backs behind our starting quarterback. One deep receiver on this side, one
Time
up the
count.
line, and another time count violation. They're just taking too long to get organized.
The Sooners.
I think we could put that down to first game jitters. Maybe that's their first game jitters.
Yeah,
Because that's happened a couple of times
that's
now.
two. You've got to have a sense of urgency when you're going in and out of the huddle. And I get it; it's the first game, but you got to have a clock in your head, or someone on the sidelines counting it, going, "We got to go. Let's go. Let's go."
Yep.
You got to have those kind of things in there.
So that's a 5-yard penalty for the Sooners. Backs them up to 1st and 15.
Oh, I got a couple.
We see a double whistle here.
Sorry for your review.
Okay, just resetting the ball.
Yep, short of the 15.
Ottawa breaks the huddle.
Short of the 25-yard line. And they're, again, well, he hasn't whistled in the time yet, but they're taking their time at this.
They're going empty. Just a little out route here.
Run his pass, complete to Hart.
Hart.
That just gets his 5 yards back with the reception of Hart by Hart.
Yeah, but 2nd and 10 is a whole lot better than 2nd and 15.
Absolutely.
And he got 6 on that, so we're looking at 2nd down and 9 here. But again, it's that out route is so hard to cover in the Canadian game because it's usually a linebacker that's tracking over that's used to playing the run. Now he's got to get over in the coverage here. So again, Ottawa is playing with a 6 offensive lineman. Number 97 is in a tight end. 2 receivers to the boundary. Oh, no, he's playing tackle now.
Yep. I was going to say there's only 5 of them out there, but under pressure, a little wobbly pass. Trying to rip the ball out.
Run his pass.
Flag in the backfield, though. I think this is a hold.
Complete.
Pass was complete to number 15, Bryson Cheslock. And number 30 for the Beefeaters, Zach Hepburn, was in on the tackle.
Yeah,
also trying to rip the ball out.
It's a holding call against Ottawa. We're going to move it back 10 yards.
They're going to back him up 10.
We're going to have an on-time down here, as that would have been the last play of the quarter. So now we're looking at 2nd down and 19 here for Ottawa.
So here you can teach me something again. Why do they give them an untimed down?
Because you can't end the quarter or a half on a penalty
I thought it was just a defensive penalty.
unless it's accepted by the offense.
Okay then. There you go. I'm just learning stuff all over the place.
So if you don't accept the penalty, it's a 1st down.
Right. And
So
they-
obviously
they
you
switch.
accept it.
Right. You got to take the penalty.
Yep. So you can't end it on a penalty, hence move it back 10 yards. 1st down for Ottawa. Or 2nd down Ottawa.
2nd and long for the Sooners. Not quite deep in their own end, but deep in their own end. They do have the wind at their back for this last play of the first quarter.
2x2, 22 look.
And he's got him
Shot
down the seam.
downfield.
Not looking.
That's a
One-handed
great catch.
grab. One-handed grab. And
Hepburn had great position, great coverage.
he's just got to turn around and
That's
look for the ball.
This is what you call dropping it in a bucket, kid.
Great
Look at that.
pass. Great
All he had to
pass.
do is put his arm out there, and he dropped it right in there. Great job, great reception by Ottawa. Wow.
Well, yeah, they just went from end of the first quarter at 2nd and 20, basically, to drop one in the bucket, as you say, and move the ball all the way down deep inside the Beefeaters territory. So it'll be 1st down, and they're going to mark it down.
About the 40, I think.
Looks like about the 40-yard line.
Chris Lyons on the call. I'm the coach, Ron Forwarder. Welcome to Citywide Field here on CJFL. Beefeaters and Sooners. Sooners in orange and black. Beefeaters in their white and blue, silver helmets. Ottawa does lead 6-0. Start of the 2nd quarter. One of the notes I'm going to be making, Chris, is again, no special team presence for Ottawa. That's going to be a factor. Maybe not today, but down the road, that's going to come into play. That could cost them.
Could very well. The Beefeaters are a fairly well-stocked team, shall we say.
Yes.
You know, they've got lots of subs, and those guys are pretty darn good in their own right. So the Beefeaters, if somebody goes down, as we saw last week with Prosper checking out, Fonte comes in and does a great job.
Hey, folks.
I mean, he's not quite the same running style, but he did a great job.
From the London Beefeaters.
Yeah, and again, Prosper is much more of a downhill, break a tackle, pop through. Fonte's much more of a just hit the edge, outside zone runner. he played receiver last year. He's a tough kid, does a great job of understanding what he has to do, but he's not built like a running back. He's built like a receiver playing running back. So if you look for him, maybe get a swing pass or something like
Where did
that.
Prosper go to school? Do we know?
I don't remember offhand.
Okay.
Don't
fair
remember.
Enough. Okay. Yep. Fair enough. It's quarter time here, folks. So we're just waiting for everybody to get hydrated out there. It's a warm day, blue skies, little bit of breeze, and I use that fairly underrated. The flags are moving well. You got anything from the Beefeaters?
So again, we're kind of going over some of the history of the Beefeaters, this being their 50th season. Longest run from scrimmage, August 13th, 2022. 99 yards by the Tasmanian Devil, Tassie Vangbell.
99 yards. So that matches Tony Dorsett for the Dallas Cowboys.
Yep.
On Monday night against Minnesota. And their starting running back is back.
Yeah.
Took out. I got a fan on the far side. Stand a little close to the play there, my boy.
Camera guy eats it.
That's that's the camera guy.
Play Richard.
Well, nothing against him, but I hope the camera's okay.
Yeah, no kidding.
Loss of a bunch.
Again, just note to self, that's not the same juke and jive that he had in the first quarter.
No, it is not. He would have been able to shake and bake that outside.
You got a loss of 7 on that play, where in the first quarter he makes 2 guys miss and it's up the sidelines for 40 yards.
Exactly. So he's not
got a hitch in his giddy up.
Not the same player that he was early in the first half. And number 24 is checking in.
Now, the play's blowing in here. They're taking a long time in the huddle again. You got 2 other running backs there.
Walking the back, Judge, to see if they get it out. They do get it out. There's a little miscommunication in the backfield. Number 14, Ivan Omofoma,
listed as a linebacker. That's what I was wondering. I'm going, wait a second here. They're throwing somebody in there that's not used to carrying the ball here.
And based on that, is what we saw there on the replay, he went to the wrong side of the quarterback. So there's a miscommunication there, and that cost them some yards as the Beefeaters surge in.
Now we see Ottawa bring out a kicking team.
Which is really interesting. They're going to punt into the wind with this wind, but they didn't punt when they had the wind at their backs. That's a very interesting coaching decision. And I think our receivers too deep playing at the goal line.
Yep. Making sure late substitution. So Ottawa did have a man on side.
And they still do have a man on side. So Beefeaters need to be aware of that.
And it's kicked towards the side. Flag.
One bounce on the hop makes a guy miss, and then up the middle, diving forward. Flag way back by the goal line, and another one at the 35-yard line.
So, the one down by the goal line, I think Ottawa actually had 13 players on the field.
And we also have an injured Sooner on the field at this moment, too. Number 99, Tyler Roy, is down. So I'm assuming the Beefeater trainers, and here they come, will come out to attend to him. So you think they had 13?
I think they had 13.
And then the flag at the 35.
Which is either a block or a hold or an unsportsmanlike.
Right.
Because it was way behind the play, so that's usually players getting tangled up in each other, shall we say.
And not taking kindly to it?
Yes.
I've never seen that before in my life.
I see it every week here.
However, they are talking to the Sooners about what to do. However, if indeed they had 13 men.
Roy banged up on the play.
Mr. Roy is up and moving off. He also has a hitch in his giddy up. Boy, look at the height difference between him and the trainer. The trainer doesn't come to his shoulder pads.
The trainer's my height.
Oh, short.
Yeah.
I'm being polite.
I'll call it what it is.
I'm being polite.
Hey, look, I was 5'9" at one point. With the amount of surgeries I've had, I'm now 5'7" and 3/4.
Are you sure you're that tall?
I was at one point. Not anymore.
No, I mean now.
Yeah, I am. My hair stands up a little bit higher.
With the wind blowing, yes.
Yep. So, again, just waiting for the calls from the gentleman in the white hat. see what the penalties
He's
were.
going to stand behind all these big guys.
So it's illegal substitution against the Beefeaters.
Against the Beefeaters. Interesting.
And then you had illegal blindside block against the Beefeaters as well.
So 2 penalties against the Beefeaters.
So it's going to go back.
15, 25 yards?
No, it'll go back 20 yards because the one's only a 5.
Here we go.
But the Beefeaters are going to have the ball to start this drive.
And the lead, white hat guy.
I'm going to say you're going to have the ball about the 20,
Little
maybe
help.
the 10.
They're still talking. They're still figuring out where exactly to place the ball. So it's first down because everything was after the
Illegal
catch.
substitution.
So yeah,
Well, legal
20
substitution
yards.
is not after the catch.
No, but it's a 5-yard
It's
penalty.
a 5-yard penalty.
Okay. It's the
People that paid are over here.
it's the
Who
illegal
wants to
it's the
hear
illegal block, which again, that's what I was
First
saying
down
is like,
for the
it's
Sooners.
something.
in the, yeah.
It's going to be something.
So
Someone's
the
getting
Beefeaters get the
tangled
ball
up.
1st and 10 from the 25-yard line. After all of that,
Ottawa's got the ball.
Ottawa has the ball. Wait, you're right. Ottawa has the ball.
Okay, it's a blindside block, which is UR.
So it's an unjust unnecessary roughness blindside block,
First down.
and that gives them the automatic first
5
down.
yard saw off between the 2 penalties.
So Ottawa with the ball.
Yeah, Ottawa first down.
Johnson, and again,
Good hit in the middle in that
really
pile
good
there.
hit,
Johnson
but
on the carry.
that's not the same ball carrier as it was in the first quarter.
No, he would have got a little chuck and juke there, and he would have been
Led by Clay Richards.
picked up another. No, he did well. He got 4 yards on the play. The
Again,
Beefeaters
Again,
closed it down
a
fairly
little bit
quickly.
slow getting up.
Yeah, the linebackers came up. Number 59, Matt Henkes, came up with the hit. He got 4 yards, so it's going to be 2nd and 6.
Sooners again have really enjoyed great field position all game today.
Yeah, they've only been deep once, and they got a huge play down the sideline
Yep.
to negate that poor field position in a hurry. 2 running backs, 2nd and 6. A couple of people in motion. He's looking back to pass. He's going deep into the corner. And incomplete. There's going to be no penalty on that. The ball was short into that wind.
So there you see the difference in the first quarter and the second quarter. A little bit high, a little bit long in the first quarter. That's quite a bit short. That's short by 2 or 3 yards.
And the cornerback turned around and looked for the ball.
Yeah.
So he could make a play on it, even if it was short or even if it was on target, he could make a play on it.
Yeah, I think it was number 24 was in that coverage there for the Beefeaters. It's Amos Thomas. Famous Amos in on the coverage. Sooners break the huddle. 2x2, 22 look, 2 receivers at the boundary, 2 to the field. Running backs are split in the pro set. Chris, go ahead.
And takes a snap a little. Again, problems with the handoff, and that's to their starting running back. And the Beefeaters smoke him in the backfield.
And no further.
Great coverage that time on that run by the
78
Beefeaters.
cleans them up. That's Wes McFarland. But again, difference between the first and the second quarter, he's making those guys miss. So
But there was trouble on the exchange there
yes,
as well,
as
which really slowed him down. He had no chance to make anybody miss anything.
And that was 3rd down, Chris.
That was 3rd down, so the ball has turned over. Beefeaters take it back
So
after
again,
the penalty, and they're
lack of special
almost
teams.
in the same position, but not quite.
A lack of special teams, just unbelievable. You got to kick that field goal. The wins.
Well, they were going to punt. They punted into the wind, which I didn't understand. But then they're close enough to try a field goal, and they don't go for it.
and again, your starting running back doesn't have the same giddy up that he had in the first quarter.
No,
Yeah,
no,
everything's
he
going
does
down.
not. He does not. All right, so here we go. 1st and 10 Beefeaters. Looks like about their own 21-yard line. Prosper's in the backfield for the Beefeaters. One out wide both sides. Trips on the far side. Prosper with the handoff, and he's fairly fresh because they haven't been able to run the ball very much. There is a flag on both sides of the field.
Somebody lined up offside. To call them both sides.
Raymer's coming over to talk to the official.
So he's
got
just
his
making
helmet
sure.
jammed off.
Yeah. So if your helmet is knocked off,
You can stay in the game.
you can stay in the game. If your helmet comes off during the play and it's not hit by a defender or something else, it's 3 plays for your helmet to come
Right.
off.
So you got to go out for 3.
So,
So he
as,
was just
as I
making
s-
sure that he understood that it
Yeah.
was jammed off and all was good. He agreed quickly.
Yeah.
Penalty is offside against the Sooners. It's a 5-yard penalty, which the Beefeaters take. So it's 1st and 5 for the Beefeaters, just outside the 25-yard line, about the 27. And out of the pistol again,
That's
Raymer,
a linebacker.
Prosper, sorry.
Holy
Prosper,
cow.
he came up quickly and wrapped him up quickly.
And Daly make the stop.
Wow. That's a great hit. Prosper just straight downhill, gain of 3, but nothing after contact.
No chance to lower his shoulders. He picked him up by the shoulder pads and pushed him backwards. However, gain of 3 on the play. It's going to be 2nd and short. 2nd and a couple for the Beefeaters. They're to the line quickly. I think trying to get something moving here on this 2nd down with the wind at their back. Oh, wrapped up in the backfield. The ball is out. They're going to whistle him down.
He was down.
Prosper's down by
Ball
contact,
forward.
so there's no fumble on the play, which is fortunate because it was picked up by number 95, Ryan Imamu,
Nelson on the
for the Sooners.
Again, short gain, does get about a half yard, but just dropped right away. Ottawa's really crashing the line with those linebackers. We see 3rd down and about 2 yards here as we see the punt team coming on for the Beefeaters.
Well, we have a punter, first of all.
Yes.
Secondly, you're at a 30-yard line. You're kind of in your own end zone here. You don't
Yeah.
really want to mess with that. The Sooners have shown an ability to go 3 downs and not worry about kicking. So 3 downs from the 30-yard line might be a little bit too much for the Beefeaters to like. Back deep is number 4,
This is going over
Tristan
their heads.
Hart. But
He's too guy standing at the 50 is too short.
and sure enough, you are correct. He's backing up, backpedaling. 2 men down there, and the Beefeaters cover in a hurry.
Sander.
I've seen him kick.
Obviously, he's got wheels, and he was right down there. No, he had help. But I think it's interesting that you're willing to use your wide receiver, your starting wide receiver.
Coach Schneider's going to put 12 players out there, 12 of his best players to play special teams because he understands the importance of special teams.
Fair enough. He's also got confidence in his backups then, because if something goes sideways.
Exactly.
1st and 10 from the 35-yard line for the Sooners, just inside of the 34. Handoff. Rashad Johnson, the ball carrier.
Really see the defensive line really leaning on the offensive line. Wick and jive. In the first quarter, it looked like a groin. And if it is a groin, you're not going to be able to go side to side the same way that you did. And if that's the case, that takes something huge out of the arsenal for Ottawa.
Pass outside. And there's a flag in the backfield.
So we're going to see what the penalty flag is. It is holding against Ottawa.
So now it's going to be 3rd and long. And number 30, Zach Hepburn, was in on the tackle very
Chico.
well and knocked the ball out. And
So-
the penalty is declined, so it's going to be 3rd and long, and they are bringing in a punt team.
So it's interesting to see when they really won't. I would have pulled to a 7-point game.
Yep.
If not, you're pinning the Beefeaters inside the 5-yard line, realistically. Punt the damn ball.
Yep. Instead, now they're punting it into the wind on a long field, which gives the Beefeaters an opportunity to get a.
Again, number 15 is lined up onside for the Sooners. He has to be behind the kicker at the point of the kick, which he is. Now he's
Again,
allowed
it's
to
short.
go get that
It's got a
ball.
one bounce. Off the one bounce is Raymer. Brings it out to the sideline right in front of us, and then he's knocked out of bounds by number 4, Tristan Hart. Beefeater's going to end up with great field position, though.
So
as
again, you
their
see
own
the
52.
difference. You see the difference in the kicks. You know, the Beefeaters kick that ball. They're getting that back at the 52-yard line. That's about a 15-yard plus in yardage. Now we've got to see the offense get something going.
Yeah.
You need a drive.
Yeah, they haven't done anything yet.
Yeah, you need to get together a couple first downs here. Doesn't have to be a score, but you need to get a couple drives going and get a first down. Move the sticks. You got to get 20, 30 yards on this drive.
Now, as you were talking before, well, it's 1st and 10. We'll do this play first. And there's should be a flag.
Well,
flag in the backfield there. Now, whether he actually touched him or not, I don't know.
He's talking to the line judge.
This is where you play the Jeopardy theme, by the way, people, as they get together to huddle up to see what actually happened there.
And there it is.
My man on the PA system just played the Jeopardy.
So they are saying it's offside. He did make contact. So why wasn't it called? Why is it called? The defense is allowed to jump into the neutral zone. As long as they don't make contact, they can get back and reset, and it's not a penalty.
As long as the ball's not snapped before they get
As
back.
long as the ball is not snapped before it gets back.
Right. Okay. 5-yard penalty against the Sooners. 1st and 5 for the Beefeaters, and they go back to the run. Breaks a tackle at the line
Prosper,
of
there he
scrimmage.
goes.
Prosper.
There you are, Mr. Prosper. Gain of about 15 yards on the play. They're going to move the ball
Yard line.
down to the 40.
So that's what you've been waiting for. That break the tackle. This is what he was doing last week. Broke that first tackle, got to the second level. Ottawa showed blitz.
Can we see that one again?
Ottawa shows blitz, so they send the fifth guy.
He's stacked up at the
Patient,
line. He
patient,
bounces off, and away he
bounces
goes.
through.
Yeah.
Great vision by Prosper.
Yep.
His best run of the day by far.
1st and 10 from the Sooner 40 for the Beefeaters. So you're talking they need to get a couple of first downs. Well, there's the first one.
Yeah.
See what they have planned here. Eventually, I think they're going to take a shot to the end zone. For the moment, though, it's Prosper up the middle. And this time he stacked up pretty well.
So again, what they're doing is they're not allowing those wrapping linemen to come through. Linebackers are stepping up. They're just not giving him the run lanes. If he is able to step and make the first man miss, there's nobody at that second level, which we saw in the previous run. But there you see the effectiveness of having your linebackers up really, really close.
If you can get past that first left, that flag is pass is incomplete. It was intended for number 86, Marc-Antoine Voyer, whose name we've called
I
a couple
believe
of times.
this is unnecessary roughness. It's a low block, so you can't engage low when somebody else has you up high.
Is the call against the Beefeaters.
You mean I can't fall to my knees and take your knees out?
Nope.
What the heck?
Not allowed to do
There's
that
a lot of
anymore.
rules in this game.
I know. So, does Ottawa accept the penalty, or do they decline it and take the down? That's the question.
I think they'll take the down. 3rd and long.
So
I think
it's
it's 3rd and
unnecessary
long.
roughness.
Low block, like you
Low
call
block.
it. Yep.
Penalty
Penalty's
is
declined.
declined.
Take the down.
Decline.
Take the down, and it's now 3rd down.
So it's 3rd and 8 for the
Third
Beefeaters.
down and 8.
At the 38-yard line,
I think they bring in Rivard.
well, Rivard's coming in one way or another.
Oh,
It's
he's the place kicker as well. That's
Yeah.
true. My bad.
So it's just a matter of, I think you're in. Oh. No. Okay. They decided to accept the penalty.
Oh,
They said it was declined.
It's 2nd down.
So Ottawa decides to accept the penalty. Their roughness against the offense. You get both.
again, number 37, Clay Richard, right in there. That guy's having a game.
Yeah. He had a great game last week. And again,
Sooners
just
turn it out to the
overall good job.
25-yard
So to clarify, because it's an unnecessary roughness penalty, you get both. You get the yards and the down.
Well, that's one you don't want to take too often then, isn't it?
No, you do not want to take unnecessary roughness. That's why it's a 15-yard penalty.
Okay, so the Beefeaters wrapped him up at about the 25-yard line. So they have, again, the Sooners have a long field. The Beefeaters are hanging in. It's 6:20 to go in the first half. It's still only a 6-point ball game, but the Beefeaters need to settle down. Absolutely, they are. Absolutely. They're stacking up the run well. 1st and 10 Sooners. Again, they're going right back to the run game. He made a couple of people miss that time, but I think the Beefeaters are figuring him out.
Again, good gain of
Gain
about
of 7, though.
Yep.
Yep.
Again, made the first guy miss. Beefeaters have done a good job of cleaning that up. And actually, they're only going to mark him after a gain of about 5 on that.
4.
They're going to say
Nice 6. I think it's
Split
just a
the
little
difference.
past halfway.
When the offense commits, you are. Defense,
So 2nd down here for the Sooners. Tight end on the boundary side.
if you're playing ball dead, you roll it down.
Penalty flags fly on the snap.
Quick pass over the middle, off the hands of the receiver. Oh, and a late flag coming out. The receiver was number 85. And
So,
then the flag comes in on the
You got
tackle. There's
two-
Richard in there.
Yeah, you got 2 penalties on this. I think you got somebody lined up offside, and then late hit.
I got to believe that's the call, but I'm not. I personally am not sold on that.
Ottawa.
I am not sure how you call it. 15 yards.
One of the flags interference. I couldn't see.
That moves the ball up to the 46-yard line for the Sooners of their own 46. Again, they are playing into the wind.
6-yard line.
making the pass game a little bit difficult, as the Beefeaters found out in the first quarter. 1st and 10 from their own 46-yard line.
5:26 left to go in the half, Chris. 6-0, Sooners still lead.
And I'm sure the Beefeaters would like to get the ball back one more time at least to maybe get some points on the board at the end of the first half. The snap has been much more uniform at the last time.
That's great coverage downfield by former London Junior Mustang, JoJo Tepperman, in there to knock that away. Look, it does a great job of just keeping his feet. You see the coverage down there. High pointing
Murray,
the ball.
the intended receiver, and he didn't really, again, the ball is, it's very difficult in these conditions to throw that ball with touch, which is what he needed there.
Again, JoJo coming off that provincial championship with the Junior Mustangs. Good
Which
to
is
see
great
him
because they finished their season
2 weeks ago.
2 weeks ago, and a week later he's starting for the Beefeaters on defense. Tells you what kind of player that young man is. 2nd and 10 for the Sooners from their 46. Back to the run, and Beefeaters wrapped that
Guess
right
who?
up.
Johnson.
Holy moly!
Brought down
Number
by
44,
Schneider.
Wes Schneider.
And
met it
also,
first.
big number 91, Noah Williams there, eating that block up, and nowhere to go that time for Johnson.
That was a great wrestling move by Williams there.
Yeah.
He just took them in and rolled them backwards. No, you're not getting anything on that.
Small package.
Actually, a loss of a yard. Loss of a yard on the play. So good job by Schneider and Mr. Williams. Going to bring up 3rd and long for the Sooners. And this time they bring back in the kick team.
And again, they do not have someone offside this time. Oh, 15's going back. So again, he has to stay behind the kicker until it's kicked. Now he's eligible to get that.
That's a good kick. In the air, though, Raymer on the return.
He's got a chance here.
Kicked it out to the far side. He should get some yards here. One man to beat. Doesn't do it. Mr. 56.
Raymer taking it to the field.
Thomas, Emmett, Young, and Daly wraps him up and takes him out of bounds at the 40-yard line. So pretty good field position for the Beefeaters.
Yep,
With
good field
3:49
position.
to play. Let's see if they can do something with it.
You got to get
They
it.
got to clean up the penalties.
Yeah, you got to get a drive going here. You've got to get something consistent.
There we go. Leon at
And
159. Another trophy
You've
for
had a
Sooners.
couple
Turtle
good
Jackson,
runs,
Cisco
and
Grill,
then it's
Echo Valley Golf Club,
you need
Country Club,
successful
and the Railway
plays
Brewery
back to
Force.
back to back to back.
Our food
Yeah,
partners,
which they haven't
Sooners
really done.
Sooners.
They've had some good plays, but they haven't been able to put them together in a series and make it all work yet.
And again, we knew this was a very good Ottawa team coming in to this game. They had a lot of returning players and probably one of the best, if not the most dynamic player. There's a guy down in St. Clair.
Who might argue that point?
Yeah. A little bit of
Prosper
misdirection.
takes
There
it
you
up
go.
and then out the side. That'll be a gain of 7 or 8 on that
Nick
play.
Fonte. There you go. There's Nick Fonte in there.
Picks up a
You
bogey.
fake the jet sweep, you get the linebackers flowing over,
2nd and 10.
and then you cut it off the outside.
And he's the elusive back, so he's got the wheels and the moves to slide
He's
through that.
more of that outside guy, whereas Prosper's more of your downhill, let's get 4 or 5 yards
So
runner.
Coach Schneider changing things up a little bit. And
We see-
somebody called timeout here.
No, man down.
Got a Sooner down. Don't forget, we got
I count on the PA guy to
Turtle
tell me
Jacks
that. I didn't hear him.
relay coming up at halftime.
So 3:16 left to go in the half. Sooners do lead 6-0.
So while we've got a second here, thoughts on the game so far?
You need consistency on offense is the biggest
Okay, we'll go
thought.
with the Beefeaters first. They need consistency
Yeah,
on
they need
offense.
consistency. The defense has done a good job of adjusting to the very good running back that Ottawa has. Defensively, keep doing what you're doing, holding everything in front, play good defense.
Yeah, they've
the
only
back
given
end.
up one big play,
Yeah.
really. Well, 2, that one-handed catch, I guess. That would definitely be a big play. Fonte back in as the running back. He's straight ahead up the middle. He's got well enough for a first down with a gain of about 6 on the play.
Yeah, good job again. Just
3 got 5.
staying patient with the
Down,
run,
Beefeaters.
just picking your hole and they're shooting through. That's a first down. You need another one.
2:56, so we should have the
You
3-minute
should have
warning.
a 3-minute warning here. 2 timeouts for the Beasts, 1 for Ottawa, I believe.
I
Ottawa
believe
called
called that
one.
one earlier, yep. No, we're going to run one more play before the 3-minute
No,
warning?
they're telling the benches now.
Okay, all right. There we go. So we're under the 3-minute warning here. So the players get an opportunity to regroup for a second. 2:56 to play, 6-point ball game. And the Beefeaters are ready to go.
22 look.
There's a flag on the play, and there's another flag. And Prosper's making people miss. Actually, he didn't anybody miss. Nobody touched him.
Down to the
Off tackle and up the
35
near
yard
sideline.
line.
So this is a hold against the Beefeaters. I'm not sure what the other one was out there. We'll see. We'll wait and see. I think somebody lined up
So
offside.
that's generally an offside call. And the next time you call a 22 look, I want you to explain what that means to the people watching at home.
Okay, so penalties declined, both against Ottawa. Penalties are
Offside is the call
declined.
against the Sooners.
and
That'll be declined.
There you get. Now you go. Now you got to drive. You got 2 first downs. Now you got to
A little
drive.
consistency, a little thing. Okay, we can move this ball. Let's do this. 1st and 10, Beefeaters from the 35 of the
Good to see
Sooners.
Prosper actually just not running straight downhill, trying to get leverage on the defense and then getting upfield. Again, Ottawa showing 5-6 men at the line of
Yep,
scrimmage.
thinking you're not going to run on us. However, he picks up a couple of blocks off tackle.
Prosper over the right hand
Again,
side.
just a gain
Got a
of
gain
about
of
4 or
5 on
5.
that.
Yep.
Down to about
Yeah, if
This-
they can start doing that.
This is what the Beefeaters offense does. This is, let's lean on you. Let's lean on you. And we talked about the body count, for both these benches.
Which is maybe starting to play a little bit. They're starting to get some
You're
yards.
starting to see that, Everyone on the Beefeaters sideline standing up. 3 or 4 guys are standing up on Ottawa. Everyone else is sitting
Everybody
down.
else is sitting, yeah.
So it's the heat.
Yeah, the Beefeater whole sideline is engaged in what's going
Yes.
on, whereas over there, not so much.
Again,
Fake the
There you
Prosper, Fonte
go.
around the far side. Great run by
DJ
Fonte.
Fonte. So
Fonte
this is
over
what
there.
happens. You see the defensive ends crashing down.
Down to the
They're
15-yard
playing the
line.
run. They're
First
playing the
down,
run.
Beefeaters.
When you got an athletic quarterback that can pull the ball and get around the edge, that
And
opens
because Prosper's
everything
the
up.
running back, they sold that
Yes.
so well.
But now you understand it's not just that straight ahead. Now you can start attacking
We have a
the
man
edges
down.
as well.
We have a Sooner down, by the way.
Yeah, it
Sorry
looks
to
like a
interrupt you.
cramp the way he's grabbing his leg.
And given that it's this warm out there and
Yeah.
they're running full tilt on, I'm surprised it's the first cramp, quite frankly.
Yeah. So London with their first real drive of the game, got a couple first downs. Maybe show that run again, get a play action, maybe hit one of the fullbacks on an under, maybe hit an out, get an outside guy doing a post. Clear it out with
It
the
opens
post.
it up when they start
Yep.
biting on the play action and biting on
Yeah.
They don't know where you're going to go with the ball.
Yeah.
So they start biting on it. They have to play the run because Prosper's back there and he can run. If they don't play it, Prosper's going to score. If they do play it, it opens it up to things like DJ Fonte just did.
Yeah. So here's this is something that I ran a lot of. So I ran a lot of jet motion.
Mm-hmm.
So that jet motion, the call for us was Joker Ghost. So we
I know
faked
my
the-
son was a corner.
I know. So you fake the jet coming across that takes the eyes of the linebackers towards the motion. The outside receiver does a post. Run the post at 7 yards, run at the safety. The inside receiver runs an out at about 7 yards as well. So you put the half in a bind. Does he drop into coverage or does he track over? If he doesn't track over, you've got the out. If they're playing cut coverage, who's got the over the top?
Yep, right over the top. Well, that's
We-
number
lot of
99, Tyler Roy, who's being helped up and then helped off the field. So maybe it's a little bit more than we envisioned. Maybe it's not just a cramp because he's not putting any weight on that leg at all.
Well, we don't want to see anyone get injured in this game, for sure. But they're saying, yeah, you better clear off your trainer's table there. Couple guys sitting on the trainer's
those guys
table.
are going to lose their seat. Oh, no. So while we've got a second, while they're helping him off, explain 22.
22 is when you have 2 receivers to both sides of the field and 2 running backs, 2 by 2.
2 by 2. Okay, fair enough. All right.
NFL is traditional. It's 1 receiver on each side, 2 tight ends, 2 running backs.
Right. Or a slot back instead of the second tight end
Yeah.
or whatever.
So in the Canadian game, a 22 look is a balance, 2 by 2 with 2 running backs in either offset in the pro set, or you get that offset eye with the fullback lined up, one side of the quarterback or the other, and the tailback lined up right behind the cue.
Fair enough. All right. Great explanation. Thank you.
22 look, offset, motion.
And they're going to hand it to Prosper. He makes the first guy miss in the backfield. He's on his way.
Still going.
Oh, they bring him
Prosper
down about the
keeping
2-yard
on.
line, I think. Great run by Prosper. Makes the first man miss. And then
This is what we were talking about. Can the Beefeaters offensive line lean on a very athletic but thinner defensive line for Ottawa? They're very quick. They're very quick to the edges. They're very quick chasing the
that
ball.
also opens itself up to play
Yes.
on that. Because they're so quick, you can make them overreact. First and goal from the Beast from looks like about the 3-yard line. Hard to tell from this angle.
Again,
Prosper
shoot
again.
the linebackers hitting the backfield.
Yeah. Tough to run when you get down in there that close because there's no room to. Everybody's bunched up.
And again, you're committing yourself like everyone's on man. Everyone's on man. We're putting an extra big guy down in the box. We're playing on almost a 50 line, and both the linebackers are shooting.
Second and goal for the Beefeaters from the 3-yard line. No gain on that last play. Oh, high snap. And, that was close. High snap off Fonte's fingertips. Fonte recovers it. They're going to lose yards on this, though.
But you are in field goal range. That's something that we haven't seen Ottawa try yet today. But again, field goal range for Rivard.
And Rivard is out, so one would presume, barring a fake of some sort, that they're going to take the points because they don't have any yet.
Nope.
The 1:35 left to go in the first half. Rivard lines up. Play is whistled in by the referee. Another high snap.
And it's blocked.
It's blocked. Picked up by number 80 for the Beefeaters.
Number 56
Gabe
blocks it
Van
for
Borstel.
Ottawa. This is something I know he's kind of like walking off the field. Look at, he's walking off the field. That play's still live.
Yes. That
Keep
ball
your head,
is live.
Keep your head in the play. So, 6-0. Ottawa still leads. 1:28 left to go.
So far, all the big plays really have belonged to the Sooners.
Yeah.
They got that one-handed catch. They've got the touchdown.
Yep.
And now they've got a blocked field goal attempt, which mainly was caused by that high snap because you got to believe he gets that down in time to get the kick off.
He came through pretty quick.
He did.
He came through
But if
really
he doesn't have to
quick.
leave his stance to go get the ball and get it down,
Yeah.
probably they get it away. Anyways, the end result is ball turns over on downs. It's first down Sooners with a minute and a half left to play in the first half, and they're looking for more. Right back to the run again.
24 is ball
24
carrier.
is making people
breaks
breaking tackles. That's Alexis Bacana.
Again, just a good job of breaking tackles.
I don't think the
Getting out-
Beefeaters expected that.
No.
No, because he broke it and then he ran down the sideline. There's
there
a
a flag
flag
on
in the
the play?
backfield, though.
Offside against Ottawa. So all for naught.
That was a lot of running in this heat for nothing.
Yes.
That which again takes your toll.
Yep.
First to 15.
That's going to back him up 5 yards on the offside. Repeat first down.
So 1:17 left to go first half. Game really, Ottawa's dominated so far. Like, say it what it is.
I don't know if dominate's the right word. They've made more plays.
They made a lot more
But if
plays.
you're dominating, you should be up by more than 6 points.
Yes. I was going to say that
They're
was.
dominating on defense maybe a little bit.
Yeah.
At least in the first quarter.
Yes.
And then since then, it's been pretty even. Both defenses are playing very, very well. 2nd and 15
First and 15.
for the Sooners. Sorry, 1st and 15 for the Sooners.
Again, that.
One back deep, and they're going to hand it off to him, and he's bouncing it out to the side. And the Beefeaters string them out right down the line. Very little gain on the play, if any.
Makana.
Yeah, just really good job of coming,
They gave him
fighting
2
all
yards.
coming all the way across. 59's there, 17's there. Again, just
Gain of 3.
linebackers
Second and
flowing
12.
across. The Beefeaters linebackers, again, are playing an outstanding game.
Richard was in there as well, number 37.
Beefeater down.
We have an injured Beefeater. Taking a knee there, number 17, Bigris. And so we'll have another little stoppage in play while he gets attended to by the Beefeater training staff, who are going to have a busy afternoon, it would seem, since they're doing both teams.
Yeah, and again,
1-9
it's just
against the
there's
St. Clair Saints coming
And he
down.
seems fine. He's up, moving off under his own power without any assistance. They didn't even kneel down and talk to him. They just said, "Are you okay?" "Yeah, I'm okay." So off he goes.
Yeah.
Now he's got to go out for 3 plays.
Yeah.
Which, given that it's 2nd and 12,
St. Clair in a couple weeks
probably he's
time.
okay. But still, you don't want people going off.
so 2nd down and about 13 here, Chris.
So are you allowed to take your helmets off in the huddle? I just saw 2 players from the Sooners with their helmets off.
You have to clear it with the referees first, but during a
Give 'em the
timeout,
heat?
yes,
Oh,
you're
during
allowed to
timeout,
take your
yeah,
helmet
okay.
off
Okay.
because the play's blowing out at that
Right.
point.
Okay. All right. Just thought I'd check on that because that's not something you see every day. Back to pass. He's looking. There's
Penalty
a flag on
flags.
the play. He lobs one up, and it's intercepted by the Beefeaters. Climbing the ladder. Sooners knock him out of bounds with very little return.
And late flag as well.
Sam Padilla.
So Padilla's
Picks
with
the
the
ball
interception. Really went up high for it. I think it's a
Absolutely.
holding call against Ottawa, the first penalty. Not sure about the second one.
Flags on the play.
There are 2 flags, as Ron just alluded to. One in the middle of the field, one on the far side that's got to be involved with the tackle of Fadilla.
Well, where the penalty flag was thrown, it might be a pass interference, but I didn't see anything coming across there.
Well, they are huddling up, and they will let us know shortly. And the way they're taking their time, I got to believe it's 2 separate penalties.
Well, they're talking to the Beefeaters. Okay,
Oh,
so
wow.
it's against Ottawa, first one, so that penalty is declined. Unnecessary roughness on the return, change of possession. Beefeaters will get the ball, but to move that back
Moves them back 15 yards, but it's after the change of possession.
after
So it's
the,
first down Beefeaters. Beefeaters
Correct.
get the ball this time.
and the wind's really picked up in the last couple
It
minutes.
certainly has. It certainly has. That is a very strong wind.
38 seconds left to go in the half here, Chris. If you're the Beefeaters,
Looks like
Well, you've got time. You've got 2 timeouts. Because the
Yeah.
Beefeaters haven't called a timeout yet. So they got 2 timeouts, 38 seconds. Canadian clock rules slows it down for you.
well,
So
again,
you've got time for 3, maybe 4 plays, if you're lucky.
with the timeouts, you're probably 4. Yep.
Yeah. But they need to get positive yards on every play.
So you need first downs. First down stops the clock till the ball is set, then it's blown back in. With 2 timeouts, you got all day, though.
Fonte's back to pass.
Taking a shot downfield, he's
There
got a
he is.
guy.
Receivers, 2 receivers in the end zone and in the area, and neither one of them could come up with the ball. One was short, one fell down, and then one was long, and the ball was short, thrown for him.
Good coverage down the field there, especially by our cameraman. Flips it over. Producer Stephanie does a great job of flipping that over so you can see it. Pass falls incomplete. Second, I like to take a shot.
Absolutely, absolutely.
I like that you took a shot on that.
And it only took, very little time off that clock.
Yep.
Incomplete pass also stops the clock. It'll be whistled in on the snap then. And the Beefeaters are 2nd and 10. Now they got to get a first down.
So you're 4 by 1 here. 4 receivers to the field, 1 to the boundary.
Yeah.
So you got one-on-one coverage, no high safety.
They're asking for time to be taken off the clock, which made sense to me because it only took 1 second off on that whole pass play. High snap again.
Handoff to Props. Nowhere to go.
No, they cleaned
They're just
that right in the middle. They
absolutely
filled that hole.
blitzing. Yep.
Not a lot there.
Ottawa's not buying anything in the pass game. They're just sending the linebackers to take away the run. And again, we see the Beefeaters with the punt team coming out here.
Well, if they're going to punt, great. But if they're going to try a
No,
field goal,
field goal.
Going to try the field goal.
Producer Stephanie, get it ready. Get it ready.
Field goal attempt from just outside the 40-yard line, so call it a 41-yard field goal.
I'll go over the rules of what is about to happen here in a second. Overload to the left.
Better snap. Again, somebody got a hand on that, though. That's a live ball bouncing into the end zone. Picks it up in his own end zone and then cut down at the 1 or 2 yard line. Whoa, number 14, Ivan Omofoma. That's a linebacker again who played running back at one point.
Yep.
On the return there.
So someone got a hand on it. We didn't see who did, unfortunately. But again, someone did get a hand on it. And again, Rivard's great snap. Just
much better snap this time, yes.
Yeah.
So again, all the breaks / plays, big plays, have gone the Sooners' way, and yet they're only up by 6 points.
Yeah, Ottawa's really had the majority of the play in this game, and they haven't been able to capitalize on it at all. So it feels like a 21-0 game for Ottawa, but it's only 6-0.
Yeah, the only time they were managed to do anything was in the first quarter when they had the wind.
Yeah.
So the wind is playing a huge factor in this.
And
First
again,
and 10 Ottawa.
The Beefeaters' offensive struggles continue from the second half of last week.
Last week, yeah. Although Prosper's back, and so you would think that would balance things out a little bit.
Inside handoff.
Bounce that outside. That's number 24. That's not their starter. That's their backup, Bakana. And he makes a
Penalty
good
flags
run.
down, though. So.
And the Sooners have another hurt player. He hasn't taken his knee yet, but he's hobbling around. So his own players are telling him, take a knee, go down. And, with 3 seconds left in the half, why are you trying to be a hero? Take the down, get out of there,
So it's a holding call against Ottawa. Move it back 10 yards, replay first down. If Ottawa elects to take the knee here, you're going to see the referee throw the whistles around, and it'll be the end of the first quarter or the end of the first half here.
So that's the big man in the middle, Andre Junior Basambi Bong for the Hurricanes, who's the injured player.
See, and we didn't think we'd call his name today.
No, we did not. Well, we said if he gets a fumble recovery or something.
Yeah.
But here he is as an injured player, which is not why you want to call his name. But he seems to be in a fair amount of distress.
Again, you've got a couple Ottawa players on the trainer table, 3 of them in particular.
Because they're in the shade.
Yeah, that could be why.
I mean, if I had to sit, that's where I would sit. But I would tend to be more involved in the game, that I want to see what's going on and pay attention to what's going on. As he's being helped off the field, I'm going to say it again, Andre Junior Basambi Bong being helped off the field.
The law firm, we're going to call them.
They have 2 of those.
Yes.
Thomas Emmett Young Daly. So, anyways, it's 1st and 20 after the holding call.
I would imagine we're just going to take a knee here, get out of the half.
One would presume they should be happy with their 6-0 lead and take that knee. However, they were punting into the wind and not punting when they had it, so maybe not. And they have to wait till the young man is just about off the sideline, and they are running the play.
So it's a draw play.
Not sure why they're running that play. That seems like a lot of wasted effort and time and possibility of injury for no gain.
Yep.
Because you're not likely to break that and run it.
You're not going to score 110. You're not going to score a 100-yard touchdown at that point.
I wouldn't think so. However, I'm not coaching their team, so they get to do them.
Yep.
So final thoughts on the first half, and then we'll take a quick break.
London needs to get some drives going. You got to settle some things down. You need some consistency on the offense. I think the defense is keeping them in the game. Very much keeping them in the game.
What I've noticed towards the end of this first half is the attrition rate has gone up. They have had more people going down, tired, cramps, injuries, which all due to the heat and all. Even though the wind is blowing, like you said, that all plays into it. And it'll be interesting to see if they can play the same game in the second half.
Agreed.
All right. We are going to take a break. We'll be back with the second half. It's Citywide Field, London Beefeater football, brought to you by London TV, Football TV. Welcome back. Canadian Junior Football League action at Citywide in the OFC Conference. Hometown London Beefeaters taking on the Ottawa Sooners. End of the first half. It's an interesting first half with not a lot of scoring. It's a 6-0 ball game for the Sooners, and they will receive the second half kickoff as the Beefeaters will kick off. They will
Interesting
be
to say
with the wind again.
Yeah, I was going to say. So this is something to think about. Ottawa is taking the wind in the third quarter. Usually it's
The other way around. You want the wind at your back in the fourth.
right. So the Beefeaters, they get to choose the field position. So they're going to be kicking with the wind. Force Ottawa to put something together that they haven't been able to do since midway through the first quarter.
That
And
is
again,
correct.
everything in this game has been with the wind at your back. As the wind, just like that again, starts completely
Certainly has
whipping
picked
around.
up in a quick hurry there. Rivard's just about set to kick off for the Beefeaters to start this second half. They've got 3 deep, although they don't need to be that deep, I don't think, because the wind is very stiff and he's kicking into that wind. If he puts it up in the air, it's going to be short.
It's out of bounds.
That's going to go out of bounds. That'll be a flag.
So the ball's going
against
to come
the
out to the
Beefeaters.
40.
Are you sure? You sure they don't want to take it where it is?
Positive.
Okay. All right. Just checking. All right. Ball will come out to the 40-yard line. It'll be first down for the Sooners. So decent field position for the Sooners to start. It's their 1st and 10 on their own 40-yard line. We talked about the attrition level given the shorter bench for the Sooners and the heat and the exhaustion that's got to incur. It'll be interesting to see late, early fourth and into the middle of the fourth, whether that really plays a role or not. They had a couple of players go down earlier. It'll be interesting to see if they're capable of coming back.
Well, Johnson's back in the backfield to start this third quarter here.
Which I got to believe was their biggest concern, and whether he can perform at the level that he was early. Sooners with the snap. Off to Johnson. They're going to play him right away. Beefeaters stack him up pretty good. He's going to rip forward for maybe 3 yards on the play.
Again, he doesn't have that same lateral move that he had
no lateral move
in the first half. And again, it's just he's a great dynamic back, and he's a load to bring down.
Yep.
But
Williams and Richard in on the tackle there.
that's an 8-yard carry in the first half. In the second half,
versus
it's a
2-yard carry.
So the Beefeaters defense have really done a good job since that opening drive
Both
of
defenses
holding
have
him in
played
check.
very, very well.
Yeah.
It was 2nd and 8 now for the Sooners. And we'll see what they do here on 2nd and long. They're right back to Johnson. He takes it outside, but he doesn't get there.
He doesn't have that same stick your foot
Gain
in
of
the
3.
ground on that lateral motion. That's exactly what he's got a groin issue going on. He's fighting through it. He's playing well, but that's a
Not the same
40-yard
player.
run in the first half.
He's not the same player, and we have an injured Sooner on the field again.
Yeah. So again, it's third down. But this is something that we've seen Ottawa all game. They're leaving the offense out. So
True, it's third and 5. So it's fairly long, and they look like they're stretching out a cramp here. And the Sooner players are thanking the Beefeater trainers for the job they're doing, which is very nice to see.
yeah,
They're respecting the fact that they didn't bring trainers, which they don't have to apparently, and that's fine. So the Beefeater trainers are going to get a workout today.
see the Beefeaters will travel with their trainers. They want their own people working on them.
Right.
Not every team has that luxury of being able to bus roster size and the coaches and everything else. You may not have that extra spot.
Right.
And if you're the trainer, do you want to go on a bus ride for 6 hours each way? No.
Not likely.
No.
I'm sure I'd be choosing no.
I've been on those bus rides and I've driven by myself on
We've all done those bus rides.
several occasions, and they're
Like,
not.
I'm good.
Yep. On a day like today, the underneath of that bus is going to be the worst odor you've ever smelt in your life.
That's the one good thing about hockey is that it's cold.
Yeah.
It keeps that down a little bit. All right, here we go. Third and 5.
I was flashback.
Don't go there.
To a
Don't
game.
go there. Don't do it. Third and 5 for the Sooners. And a little bit of confusion as to what side of the ball certain individuals are supposed to line up on. Got it all straightened out. And they're ready to go. A couple of people in motion, moving up to trying to draw the Beefeaters offside. Didn't work. A little delayed handoff. Well, he's got some speed on that one. Mr. Johnson, the ball carrier.
But again,
Takes a
straight
trio
ahead, no
of
cut.
Beefeaters to bring him down.
No cut, gain of 20.
No, there's just a big hole there.
Yep.
Yeah.
So they looped around. They brought the
Inside the 50.
one receiver
40,
around, which pulled a linebacker out of the box with them, and then they just had that extra tight end coming down, and he just led through that hole. It's almost like a trap that they ran on that. First down for Ottawa.
Inside the Beefeater 50 at the 49-yard line. And they're a little quicker out of the huddle this time.
Well, you had 2 delayed games in the first half.
Yes,
So.
yes. So I'm sure that was mentioned at halftime in their team huddle. We got to play with a little more clarity. 1st and 10, Sooners. Little lazy snap there.
Good
Pass
coverage
is complete.
downfield.
Pass is complete. Number 15, Cheslock brings that in. The Beefeaters have pretty good coverage. Gain of 3, maybe 4 on the play.
Late flag. So this is going to be objectionable conduct, late hit, unnecessary roughness on number 50 for Ottawa. So the down's going to count, I believe, because it's after the snap or after the down.
After the catch.
So
if it's against Ottawa, that'll back them up, though. One would presume there's a little bit of confusion.
Oh, no, it's definitely against Ottawa. Objectionable conduct. Number
10 yards back.
Thought number 50. I saw it. He pushed him way out of bounds.
Okay. Interesting that that's only a 10-yard objectionable conduct call, though. Now, maybe
But
if you'd hit the dirt, it'd be an unnecessary roughness.
But the down counts.
Yes.
10-yard penalty.
Yes.
So unnecessary roughness is a 15-yarder. Objectionable conduct is a 10.
Okay. And maybe the objectionable conduct part was that maybe it wasn't that late a hit. It was just a whole lot of chatter going on there at the end of it. And that's on the far side of the field, so we're not really privy to that. Anyways, it's 1st and not 20. It's 2nd, and so he didn't have the first down. Flag thrown. Blay is whistled dead. Johnson was off to another good start there, though. He had a nice run going, but it's blown dead.
It's blown back. So this is against Ottawa again.
Which is going to back him up another 10 at least.
I believe it's offside. It's 5-yard. Because they blew it dead right away.
It's interesting that neither of the line judges called it, though. It was the guy in the backfield. It was the referee in the backfield. And they're having a little discussion as to what it is.
See, the line judges, they're watching for making sure everyone lines up right.
Okay, it's objectionable conduct and procedure. So 2 penalties against the Sooners.
So they're going to count both of them. This is a 20-yard penalty.
20-yard penalty. And they're marching it off, and they are indeed marching off 20 yards. Going to move all the way back to the 35.
Down in Arba.
Well, it's more Masonville than Arva, but we'll take
as
it.
our PA guy said, it's 2nd and Arva. We think it's only 2nd in Masonville, but that's close enough.
Yeah.
It's 2nd and very long.
Yeah, this is 2nd and what, 35?
Almost 40. 2nd and almost 40 yards.
Wow.
So very long. 2nd and very long. Now, they've been known to go for it on 3rd and very long, so they don't get much air. It'll be interesting to see if they punt with the wind this time.
Yeah, well, I
or if they
would
choose
think
to try
so.
and go for it again. But, again, I'm not coaching them, so we'll see what they decide. They're looking to go down the middle. Ball is well underthrown. Incomplete. Murray, the intended receiver there. He's got a linebacker covering with him, number 54, Max Wilson.
Yeah, Wilson does a great job of just staying with his man.
3rd and long.
And they do bring the punt team out.
Look at that.
No rhyme or reason to
There
this.
doesn't seem to be any rhyme or reason to this, but, maybe this is logic. They should bring the punt team out here. They've got the wind, and it's not likely you're going to complete 3rd and 38 or whatever the heck it is.
Again, we got to check. Do they keep the man onside?
No, he's back there.
Number 15 is lined
that's
up as an
number 15.
onside man.
That's Cheslock, the wide receiver.
So the punt's going to most likely be going to that side.
That's the play that they've done so far.
Yep.
Is they've punted to the side that he's on. And it's an end-over-end kick. It's going to bounce at least once, and it bounces right past both Beefeaters. Great break for the Sooners. Picked up by the Beefeaters, and they get nowhere.
We talked about it. Ball hits the ground. It's going to cost you 15 yards. Cost you about 25 on that one.
It certainly did. Bounced right between the two of them. And the
And Sooners flip the field. Beefeaters are going to have it about the 15-yard line.
Take over 20-yard line.
Or are they going to say the 20? Again, we're
This-
field
this-
level.
yeah, we can't see that very well. The saving grace is the Beefeaters are into the wind, so I guess it's not really a saving grace. That takes the passing game away a little bit.
It really does. And when you've seen Fonte try to throw that in the first quarter, the ball held up a little bit, came up short, and that's when one of the interceptions off the ricochet.
Which was a great interception. It was
Yeah.
tipped and it right into his arms, and he just went with it. 1st and 10, Beefeaters from their own 20-yard line. Play action pass. Nowhere to go with it. Then he finds somebody late, but I think he's just throwing that
He's
away.
just throwing that out of bounds. He's outside of the tackle box.
Fastball's incomplete.
There was a guy, Van Marshall was in the neighborhood anyways, but that was just airmail that one out of bounds.
Yep. Avoid the sack and live to play another down.
Exactly. So incomplete pass is going to be 2nd and 10 for the Beefeaters. Basically deep in their own end. 20-yard lines into that wind is deep in your own end.
Yep. Because even a kick, the way the wind's been going, if you have to punt from here,
Midfield.
yeah, they're going to be
At
up
best, it's
midfield.
midfield.
Yep. Again, they're creeping those linebackers up inside, taking the runaway.
Prosper is back to help out with
you
the
got
blocking.
something now.
There you go.
There you go.
Not able to rip the ball out.
Fights
Trying
way
his
out
best.
to the
Pass is
38-yard
complete to number
line.
10,
First
Seth Raymer.
down, Beefeaters.
And he makes the first guy miss, and he takes that seam right up the numbers, picks up the first down for the Beefeaters.
Yeah. Monfatale was the pulling lineman out there on that step-off screen. When you got an all-Canadian lineman pulling out front and a really good receiver in Seth Reamer, no wonder they got 20 yards.
Things should happen. Handoff. Prosper up the middle.
Nowhere to go inside.
Nowhere to go, but he's still got 5 yards.
Prosper
But again, the first quarter, that's a
inside,
2-yard gain.
for 5.
Now it's a 5-yard gain.
2nd and 5.
This is what the offensive line and the style of the Beefeaters play that can do.
They're going to give him 4. It's going to be 2nd and 6.
But again, it's
But again, 4 or 5 yards every run. That wears down the defensive linemen and the linebackers. And B, you just keep moving the ball.
tight end and a fullback in for the Beefeaters.
How do you spell run? Oh,
Well,
nowhere to go. What a great play. Number
Kid-
14.
He's
Omafoma.
had himself a day.
Oklahoma.
It just again, he's just beating the block.
3rd down.
They're just shooting the gaps.
Yep, and that's a loss of a yard for the Beefeaters on that. So they're going to bring in the punt team, see if they can get them because of that big play, that big
They're gonna
pass
get about
play.
35,
yeah,
40
they're going to nail them a little bit deeper, even though they're kicking into a wind that has settled down a little bit.
Yeah.
A little bit. It's still there. You watch the leaves on the trees, and they're still moving pretty good. The flags,
Yep, the flags are still
still
blowing,
out.
but it's
not-
not as gusty as it was
No.
5 minutes ago.
that should be an offside, I think. No, they didn't call it. Oh, not
Short
a very
kick.
good punt. Bouncy.
Oh,
And
great
look-
coverage at the fumble. It's recovered by the Beefeaters. Beefeaters ball here, Chris.
That ball was bouncing around, and he had it. He got hit immediately with
Coughed it up,
and the Beefeaters
right
come up
there.
with it.
and there it is on the carpet. I miss who recovered it, but it's definitely Beefeaters ball.
Ball came
You're
loose.
looking for that break. There it is. Special teams. We talked about it. It's the huge advantage in this game for the
To be
Beefeaters.
fair, it's the only reason the Beefeaters are still in this
Yes.
game.
Down.
Yes.
So it's first down. Beefeaters from the 35-yard line. That was number 20, I believe, Ethan Grant on the fumble recovery.
Beefeaters they've got to capitalize on this.
Couldn't see who was at the bottom of that pile. So here we go. First down, Beefeaters at the 35-yard
4
line.
to the boundary, 1 to the field, 1 running back in.
And now they're all going in motion, spreading out. That same screenplay
Step off screen.
with blockers. Raymer,
Again, so now what they're doing is,
late flag on the play.
again, what you're doing on that, though,
20-yard line,
is
there's
it's
the late
basically a
flag.
long handoff, okay? And I don't know if you're going to have what the call is going to be. But again, just great blocking downfield.
Well, if they're going to bring everybody inside to shut down the run, it's going to open up
You've
that
got
sort of play.
one-on-one. So if you can get somebody out there to make a
And
block,
he gets two guys out to block for him.
Unnecessary roughness.
so unnecessary roughness called against Ottawa. So it's
So
a
that was a
15-yard penalty.
late hit on the tackle then.
Take it
And
down
that
to the
moves the
5-yard
ball
line.
down to the 5-yard line.
And
First
we
and goal,
have our
Beefeaters.
first and goal for the Beefeaters today. Chris, you got to sponsor this. The red zone.
There you go. First and goal, red zone, brought to you by Chris's Country Cuts in the Covent Garden Market.
Come for the steak, stay for the turkeys.
There you go. The biggest turkey's the guy behind the counter.
He's in.
He's in. Touchdown. Oh, they marked him just shy.
Prosper.
Touchdown.
Yeah, there you go. You saw that hole from here.
Yeah.
The puller
They,
came
to be
through.
fair, they closed it pretty quickly.
Yeah, they
Prosper
did.
had to fight his way forward to get that touchdown.
Here you go. You see, everyone's zone blocking. Everyone walled off. I want to get that number again. If we can just get that one more time. I believe it's number 66. Look at how he just walled that off. And then the second man coming through there. We got a tie ball game. And again, the lack of a kicking game, the Beefeaters have a chance to take the first lead of the day.
And we'll see what Rivard can do. He hasn't had much luck. The snaps have been a little touch and go, but he gets it up and he gets it through. And it's not only that, it's into the soccer net for an extra 2 points, right?
Yeah, there you go. 7-6, Beefeaters take the lead. Right in the Beefeaters. A turnover, and they made them capitalize on it. They punished them for the mistake. Now, your defense has played lights out in this game.
They have to continue that
They
right
got to
now.
continue that.
They need to stop right now to maintain the momentum. And they've got, and that was against the wind, by the way.
Yeah.
So they got the big catch and then a couple of good plays. And now if they can stop them here when they have the wind and then do something, even if it's flipping the field position again, they'll be in good shape because they will have the wind in the fourth quarter.
If you can get a drive with the wind in your face, 2 or 3 first downs, take some time and possession off, that's going to limit Ottawa's chances in the fourth quarter. Something else to consider. So again, Rivard's going to line up to kick. 3 deep for Ottawa.
3 deep, but they've also got guys on the boundary, on the short, where they expect it to actually land.
It's a weird formation.
It really is. If they dropped it right over their heads, they might be able to have a chance on a recovery. They're going to kick it deep, though. It's going to go out of bounds. It seems like the Beefeaters are quite happy to just give it to them on the 40. So the flag on the play, going to be procedure against the Beefeaters out of bounds again.
They're trying to kick it towards the sideline. Well, that's by design. Okay?
Right.
But if you're going to do that, he's kicking it right on the hash. Why don't you take the ball and move it up like 3 yards? Move it in more 3 or 4 more yards.
So you've got a little
Give
more
yourself
leeway
a
on the
chance.
sidelines. Yeah.
Same kick. Make an adjustment. Make the adjustment out there, and you just move it out like 3 or 4 yards. And it's probably dropping about the
You get to
45-yard
put the
line.
ball where you want it on the 45.
As
Anywhere
long
you
as
want
it's
it.
in between the hash marks.
Between the hash marks. You can put it anywhere you want between the hash marks.
Yes.
So if they put it over on the other side, they could then kick this and it would remain in bounds.
Yes.
At least we assume so.
Well, and that's why I'm saying if you just take that rather than kick it from the hash, move it over like 3 yards.
Right. First and 10 Sooners from their own 40-yard line. Quick snap, quick handoff to Johnson. Beefeaters, well, he got some yards on that one, but the Beefeaters are wrapping it up much better in the second half.
He's not
Than they did
making
the
that
first.
first man miss like he did in the first half. He's still running through contact. He's still got great power, but he's not. He doesn't have that lateral jump that he had in the
Beefeaters held
first
him to
half.
4 on that play.
Yep.
Which in the first half, in the first quarter, certainly.
That was a 40-yard run in the first half.
Yeah.
Second down and 6 for the Sooners. 7:42 left to go, third quarter.
Sooners come to the line. Johnson's the lone running back. 1 out wide this side, 3 to the far side. Looking it over. There's the snap. And again, Johnson's the ball carrier. He may try to make the guy miss in the backfield. They're
Again,
going to come up short, but that looks like it's going to be close enough that they'll go for it.
well, I think they're going to go for it regardless of it. You know, even if you got 1 yard, they've done it time after time after time.
They have. It's going to be 3rd and 3. Sorry, 3rd and 2.
It's a long 2 here, but again, they're just going to hand the ball off, I believe. If you're London, maybe sell out to stop the run on this. Bring some type of pressure with your linebackers.
Might be a good time for that kind of play. Create another turnover. You can take the ball over here. Again, you're in excellent field position.
Change it. Converting on downs is the same as a fumble. Oh, they snapped it too. I don't think he's going to get it. He did not get it. I don't think he wanted to. They tried to get him on a Hank call, which we were trying to get the defense to jump. The center snapped it. I don't think he was supposed to. I think he wanted to reset because the receiver started going backwards and the ball was up.
So that's a miscommunication between the center and the quarterback.
And
he does not get the first down.
No, he's short by a good yard. So
they marked it down the original line of scrimmage. He's short by 2. He didn't get anything on that.
Yeah.
Ball turns over. First down, Beefeaters in excellent field position. They're at the 48 of the Sooners.
So now, again, you capitalize on that last one. You got to build some momentum now. Get a drive.
6:33 left to play in the third quarter. The Beefeaters with a little bit of jump in their
yeah.
In their step
this
now.
is what they needed.
Yeah, that looks like he's offside. That receiver right in front of us.
No, he's behind the ball.
I got a weird angle.
Yep.
There's Prosper breaking a tackle right up the middle.
So,
off tackle. Great run by Prosper.
I want to show you something, okay? They're blitzing the linebacker, okay? So they're bringing the extra linebacker up. So they're trying to keep it inside. But that time, the receiver just flowed with it, picked him up. So now all of a sudden, you're bringing an extra blocker in. If they're bringing an extra defender in, we're just bringing an extra blocker in. And you can still have the same count on the front side of the play, get the same guys to block, and that's hence the big play. Beefeaters look a lot better in the second half so far.
I think they had a little fireside chat.
Again, bringing pressure on the backside.
Not
Again,
much to do there.
Ottawa that time, they blitzed both the inside backers and the outside. 11's got to watch himself here.
Prosper on the carry.
That's a good battle between the corner and the wide receiver. And the refs just let him go. All good.
Well,
Nobody threw anything. Nobody kicked at anybody. So, play's over. All right. You get up. You get off. Away we go.
Loss of a couple on that play.
Loss of a yard and a half on the play. So second and long for the Beefeaters. If they get a few more yards here, then they're in. Even though it's against the wind, they're in field goal range. But I still think they'll punt.
I'd punt it.
Even if they take the 1 point on a Rouge, if they can punt it out of bounds. Fonte was the play action, and then on the rollout, what a great sliding catch.
He's going to be really close to the first down.
14 sliding. Vesuvius.
I think he's going to be short by like a yard, but you're definitely in go-for-it range.
Yep. 3rd and 2, I think it's going to be. Yep, 3rd and 2.
Yard short.
Vesuvius, that's a really nice catch when you're sliding on your backside and to have the wherewithal to pull that in without, we have another Sooner down. So the Beefeater trainer
now
attend to him.
Now get everyone set. Everyone settle down.
You've got lots of time to call this play.
And that's the boundary half. Or excuse me, that's the boundary half. That's the guy that they're blitzing a lot of.
Right.
And again, just these are all little things that are adding up. You're starting to see that war of attrition really flip towards the Beefeater side.
I'm a little bit surprised to see it right now because they're just out of halftime. I thought it would come a little bit later.
No, it usually happens because again, you're in this. They were standing. They were standing at halftime, down in the end zone there. They're under the tree trying to get shade, but they're standing. They're not down. They're not resting. They're not hydrating. They're not doing the things that are necessary to prepare for a second half in 35-degree heat.
Which is a coaching / trainer thing.
And again,
maybe that's
you don't have
trainers. So no, there's nobody standing there going, drink, drink, hydrate.
Yeah.
And the coach is too busy giving the fireside chat kind of thing.
Yep. Again, pumping them up. When they were fired up coming out of half.
They were.
It's now 7-6 for the Beefeaters. How's that fire working?
and 3rd and 1.5 for the Beefeaters.
So look for a Hank call here. What I mean is they're going to try to draw them offside. If they jump.
Free first down.
3 first down. But they brought their heavy package in. So you got both fullbacks in the line.
But no running back.
Although the
fullbacks are running backs. I understand that. But generally, there he was. He was hiding.
That's Fonte.
There's Fonte.
Again, a little bit quicker, a little bit more elusive.
Yep.
Give Prosper a blow. Keep him fresh for
Bounce
inside the
that
goal.
right outside.
And he just followed those blockers. He does a good job of staying small, getting low in there, and exploding through. We said it at many broadcasts before. Nick Fonte just does exactly what you ask him to do, and he does it well.
First down, Beefeaters. Now they're deep. They're at the 15-yard line, 1st and 10. And they're moving
Keeping
the ball
that heavy
quite
package
well.
again.
And there's Fonte again. He's going to take it outside, trying to get outside. The corner comes up, makes a great play. There's
Late
a flag
flag.
down. I didn't catch the corner's number there. I believe the corner's number is number 11. I'm on
Yeah.
my team.
It's holding call against the Beefeaters. It'll be interesting to see. I think they're going to take the penalty and move him back 10 yards.
Oh, I would from that position.
Again,
I
but
don't-
this is what I talked about. You needed the drive against the wind to really take control of this game. This is a huge drive. Even if you get a field goal, on this, you just want to chew clock with the wind in your face.
In your face, right. Which they've done a very good job of, and
Yeah.
they've scored. So it's a 10-yard holding call, so it's going to back them up 10 and 1st and 20 from the 25-yard line for the Beefeaters, which changes things a little bit, but they're still just driving the ball down. They're within field goal range now,
Fonte stays in
with
that
the
running
wind.
back as well. So
And
they're staying with
Fonte
that
is
heavy
still in.
package, 2 fullbacks. I like this. Change of pace. Take a receiver out, bring an extra blocker in. You got a post pattern coming here from Raymer.
From Raymer, yeah.
Yep.
Yep, there he goes. Nowhere to go.
Pressure
They got pressure
coming.
on him. Wow, good job. Good job breaking through that pressure and getting positive yards.
Again, just the little bit of chippy after the play.
Now we have a Beefeater down. However, they had him wrapped up for a 7-yard loss, and he gained 3. So 2nd down and long, but that's positive yards on the Beefeaters by Fonte recognizing and going, uh-oh, I'm in trouble, and breaking away and managed to make positive yards.
Again, you had double coverage on Raymer. Oh, down at the bottom of the field here.
Right, which is, as you said, I think that's where he wanted to go was that post pattern.
Yeah.
But it's double coverage, and he's okay, that's not there. And he couldn't find anybody else in time before the pressure got to him.
Yeah, Balaz is the injured Beefeater.
And again, it looks like they're, it's right there, Coach.
.320 left to go in the third
Third
quarter.
Third quarter, second half.
7-6.
And the Beefeaters driving.
So next time against
Beefeaters have a bye week next week, I believe.
I think you're correct. I think they do. Yes, indeed.
And then it's a long bus ride the following week.
Yes. Balaz is up, and he's moving off. He's looking all right. He's got a little bit of a little gimp in that left,
Yeah, a little
left
hit
leg.
from that giddy up.
Yep. Who was the first one to say that on air? Do you remember?
I want to say
Frank
it.
Gifford.
I was going to say, I thought it was the gift.
It was the GIF.
Yeah.
Way back when we was doing Monday Night Football. Oh, he's just got a hitch in his giddy up. What a great
Meredith was losing his mind on that. Yes, I'm that old.
line. Oh, yes, so am I. I'm older than you are.
Yeah, but you look good.
Oh, thank you. Thank you. Okay, so 2nd and long, maybe 13 yards for the Beefeaters. Fonte's back to pass.
Oh,
A little
good
bit of
escape.
pressure. Builds out of it. He's looking. He's going to launch it into the end zone. Oh, through 3 of them, and then incomplete.
Okay, this is what DJ Fonte does really, really well. Escapes the pressure, keeps his eyes downfield, backing up. I wish he'd settle his feet on that. Understands the pressure coming. But if he just quiets his feet just a second there, I think he could deliver a little bit of a
I was just
strike.
going to say he was throwing that off his back foot, which he didn't need to do. He had time to stand and set and drill that ball, which, given the wind, is what you got to do.
And he was
You can't
looking-
float it.
And what we was doing is you had a long,
Right. Yep.
basically like a long dig coming across the back of the end zone. That's what we were trying to see on that.
Rivard
This is
into
a
the field goal from the
35-yard
30-yard
field
line.
goal. Snap is down. The kick is
Down
away.
and
It
up,
is
and
blocked,
it's blocked
again.
Live ball. Nobody knows where it is. And the
Picked up
Sooners,
by Ottawa.
Sooners pick it up. And then the Beefeaters drill him out of bounds. Williams takes him out of bounds.
Got to fix the kicking game today.
Sooners ball.
2 blocks,
2 blocks.
2 bad snaps.
Yep.
The only one that's been good is the point after.
Yep. And again, just they've got 6 on that side, and you only got 3 blockers. Like someone's clean every time.
Yep.
You
well.
gotta fix that, guys. Something
So-
to put in the memory bank for next week.
There you go. So it's 1st and 10 Sooners from their own 30-yard line.
Beefeaters staying with that 30 front. They've had a lot of success with it this year so far. Traditionally, more of a 4-man front. They will bring the extra linebacker down to show that 40 look, but it's a 3-4. Taking a long
And
time
is
in the
that
huddle
because
again.
of the, again, yeah. But is that because of the quality of the running back they're facing? So they want the more more guys that can
it's the depth
flow.
at linebacker.
flow?
It's the depth at your linebacker position.
Again, a little miscommunication on the
Great
Pagana
flow to the ball.
wrapped up
44,
almost immediately.
28, 17.
and Richard with the
78.
tackle. Richard was the one who actually made the tackle, but there's 3 of them
By the
back
way, he
there.
was CJFL defensive
And that was
player
a loss
of
of
the
2
week.
for the
That's
Sooners.
pretty good, eh?
So they're just not playing the same. I mean, the running back situation, we know that
He's only
number
made
10,
100
Johnson,
tackles
can't
so far.
move as well as he was.
No.
And 24's made a couple of good plays, but yeah, again, there's just, there's miscommunication on the snap as to what side of the quarterback he's supposed to be on.
A lot of it seems like first game jitters, like, oh, shoot, we're running to the left. I thought we were going to the right. Or
Yep.
those are easily fixed for Ottawa. But again, this is a tough,
Not so easily fixed in game, though.
no,
Pass over the middle.
almost
Bounced
intercepted by
on
the
right over the
Beefeaters.
place.
On his pass.
Somebody play Pinball Wizard, please, because that ball hit about 4 players before it fell incomplete.
Yeah. Again, like that was intercepted in the first half by Ottawa, falls incomplete against the Beefeaters. Ottawa
Beefeaters, who had a hand
bringing the punt team out
Third
with the
and
wind at their back.
3rd and 12.
I want to say this is only like the second time today that they've done this.
In the first half, they didn't do it at all. When they had the win, they didn't
No.
do this at all.
No.
Now, I did notice that they were practicing their snaps on the sideline before
Yep.
this. So maybe they had issues with the snaps as well as don't know which kicker was actually here. However, so back there to take the snap is number 79, Zachary Schmidt. And we'll see what he can come up with here.
Again, man on side for the Sooners. 2 men on side.
Beefeaters to 2 deep. Low snap, picked up, balls. Well, that was fun. Play his whistle dead.
Ottawa call timeout.
Oh, nobody told 78 West McFarland. So a little confusion. There's no penalty. There's no flags.
Warning against the center for moving the ball.
Okay.
There you go. The center's moving the ball,
Here we go.
and he's been warned. So the next time there'll be a flag if he does it again.
Again,
Green
low
snap,
snap.
low snap. Good punt. Nice punt.
It's over his head.
Spiral. Raymer on the return.
Look at
picks
the
up
hole
one
here.
block.
Great job by Raymer. Yeah.
They're gonna call a high
On the
tackle
return.
there because he took him. He had him, and then
Okay.
he moved his arm up around his neck.
Now, if it's unnecessary roughness, that's 2 on number 50.
You only get 3.
You get 3. I want to know the number on this. It's a high
Like he's
tackle.
trying to slap the sleeper on it.
Unnecessary roughness. Yep.
It's a
Unnecessary
15-yard
roughness
penalty.
ball, so 15
So that's
more
15
for
yards from the end of the run. And
Good
if you
head
watch the replay, you can see him move his hand.
First
His,
down
his
and
arm has
15
got him.
yard
He's
line.
got him wrapped up.
Yeah.
There's no need for this. This is a completely unnecessary penalty. Right there, got him, and then he takes his arm up around his head. And there's no need for that. He had him wrapped up anyways.
So it was definitely on number 50.
It was.
I just can't remember if it was an objectionable conduct or unnecessary roughness. I think that's 2 on him. So that's something to keep in mind. Because I'd like to move him into the H-back position as well.
Right. And if he gets a third, he's out of the game.
Nick
Fonte,
Fonte
the
and
ball carrier.
again,
And he tries
running,
to shake and shimmer his way off tackle.
running straight ahead is
Down
not
above
being the
40.
Beefeaters like 4.
Well, that's not his forte
Yeah.
Second down.
to begin with. And it's difficult. This
About
front
7.
front 7 of the Sooners is very good and difficult to run on.
Yeah.
He picked up 2 yards.
They're very athletic. They're not, like I said, they're not the biggest kids. They're tall. Don't get me wrong that they're not big. They are big, but they're
They're
not-
tall, but generally that
they're
equates to
athletic
fast.
big.
Yeah, athletic. 2nd and 8 for the Beefeaters. Raymer in motion. Fake the handoff, and then they're going down the field. Oh, just overshoots him. He had his man. Had his man, number 80,
yeah.
Josh Esiemi.
Again, that's coming from the tight end position on that drag.
Right, and
so all
as you
that
talked about,
long
it's so
under,
tough to cover that.
you can't track it all the way across.
No, the
Beefeaters-
linebacker did drop back, but not
Yeah.
deep enough.
Beefeaters don't hesitate to bring the punt team out, and I like this call. Again, play the field position. Even if it goes out at the 10, 15-yard line, you're forcing Ottawa to go the length of the field with the wind in your face.
In your face. And so because 8 seconds left, so not likely, they'll get the punt away. Then depending on how long this takes, we have a Sooner on the field taking his helmet off and on a knee.
Yeah, but I don't know if that was for him or.
No, Raymer's coming out.
Yeah, that is for him.
Yep. So we'll see how long this takes, but there's only 8 seconds left on the clock in the third quarter. So conceivably, this punt takes all 8 seconds,
Yeah,
right?
ideally that's what you want.
So that they
but
don't
you
get a play.
You don't even mind like 3 or 4 seconds left on the clock because that means no return.
Right. And if they do get a bit of a return, or if you get a good punt and it goes out of bounds, maybe you go sideways out of the end zone.
Yeah.
You get the single, takes all the time or most of it, and then you flip the field and they've got one play.
Again, Coach Schneider plays field position better than anyone I know.
So here we go. Rivard into punt from his own 50-yard line. Well, not likely it'll get to the end zone. Good coverage again, or good pressure, I should say. Bouncy, bouncy, bounce. Finally take it. There's going to be a flag for a 5-yard.
5-yard no yards call, but again, punt did exactly what you needed to do. You took the 8 seconds off the clock. It's going to be first down for the Sooners, but you're flipping the end. And
Right.
it's going to have it about the 10, 15-yard line here. You did what you needed to do with that. You killed the rest of the clock with the wind at their back. So now, for the rest of this game, Ottawa's forced to go with the wind in their face.
And they're going to call that the end of the quarter. 7-6 Beefeaters, the end of 3. Going to flip the field here. The Sooners will have first down, but deep in their own end. Now, there was a 5-yard penalty coming up for whatever the heck that's called. I can't remember.
Yeah.
Words fail me. No yards. That's what it is.
So again, very similar to last week. Very low scoring. Very good defense by both teams. Ottawa, since the first quarter, really hasn't done anything offensively.
So looking ahead, when they played St. Clair, who generally speaking has been the cream of the crop for the OFC,
Yeah.
we've given them a battle the last 3 years. However, they beat us fairly soundly last year.
They put 70 points on the
I don't
board
know how
on
many people
London.
they have coming back or whatever, but can we win a game like that if we're playing this and we're not scoring any points? That's going to be a difficult thing to do, I think.
It's going to be a difficult thing to do, but if the defense is playing this well, it's going to be tough to score points against them.
Fair enough. I'm just looking at last year going, St. Clair.
This is a different backfield. Like, London's got a different secondary than they had last year. And, like, they're, again, just...
1st and 10 for the Sooners. Sorry to interrupt there, Runs. 1st and 10. Throws it over the middle. Intended for number 4, Tristan Hart. Good coverage back there. Number
you've
12,
got-
Williamson was back on coverage.
You got Amos Thomas, who's a first-year player, who was at NAC last year. You got Jojo Tepperman, who's here this year. Hepburn's back for his 4th year. This is a very different group in the secondary for the Beefeaters that they've not had it this deep across the board in a long time. It's a very, very good secondary for London.
Okay, all
and
right.
their linebackers, these linebackers can play.
Yes, they can. Yes, they can. They're all mobile. They all hit hard. They all have football smarts. 2nd and 10.
Step off. And look at that. There you go. This is what I'm talking
What a
about.
great play.
Look at the difference in the secondary play. The Beefeaters last year,
Bryson Cheslog
he makes that play, makes the guy miss.
refuses to go
The
down.
Beefeaters are just
Patrick Goodron
flowing downhill
refused to let
from
him
the
go.
secondary position. It's now 3rd and long
Down to the 10-yard
on about the
line.
10-yard
There's the
line.
ball.
And Ottawa has it now. Ottawa, do you give up the deuce?
I suspect the punting team is coming in.
Yeah.
I suspect they're not going to bother trying to kick it into
No,
this
you
wind.
give
I
up
think they're
the
going to give the
deuce.
2 points.
Yeah. Flip the field.
So that was a great play, by the way, by number 17.
That
Patrick
is why
Vegas.
you kick that. That's why you punt that ball with 8 seconds left and pin them deep.
Right.
Understand the field position.
Well, the other side of that was you punt it, but you punt it because you're outside field goal range into that wind,
Yes.
right? And they've
Yeah.
had 2 blocked. So
Yeah.
they're not doing well on the snaps anyways. So I would not hesitate to punt that ball,
Yeah.
given all of that.
But again, a lot of teams, and we've seen Ottawa choose not to punt on several times. Yeah, I think he's got to give them
Which
the
nobody
deuce
here can understand. So,
No.
it's but for this gentleman to kneel, he's counting people and coming up wrong. And there you go. You're just going to take
Yeah.
a knee. And then it's going to be a flag on the play.
Penalty flag as well.
So we'll wait and see whether they get the ball.
The 13 men.
I'm sorry.
Well, he did count, and he came up wrong. And they're counting them before they can get off the field.
Doesn't matter. You're giving up the deuce. You decline the penalty.
Right. Yep. Take the 2 points.
Stern talking to.
That was kind of amusing there to watch him go. And then he shrugged his shoulders and went, I don't know, and took the snap. Gave up the safety. And the ref is chatting with him now, going, you probably should have called timeout there. But it really, for the 2 points, I don't think you're calling
Yeah,
timeout.
illegal substitution. 13 men on the field
Penalties
for
declined.
Ottawa. Penalty declined. You gave up the deuce. London's going to have the ball at the 35-yard line. 13-12 left to go in the ball game. But this is why the special teams, understanding where you are in the field and where you are in the game and the momentum that's going on. Ottawa, since that first drive, hasn't really done anything offensively. They played a great game defensively. The Beefeaters shut them down.
The Beefeaters, so it's a real defensive battle,
Yeah.
like we said. So the Beefeaters will get the ball 1st and 10 from their own 35-yard line. Oh, they're putting it at the 40. Yeah, no, they're not.
Yeah,
Oh,
it's
They're
gonna
just
be at
trying to
the
confuse
35.
The 35.
Okay, that's on the refs.
Well, they're trying to give him the penalty on top of that.
Well,
but
yeah, it's not one of those scenarios. You get the ball at the
not that.
35-yard line.
It's a 9-6 Beefeaters lead.
Quick swing pass outside. Raymer catches it.
Oh!
Does not pick up a block on that one.
Raymer.
No gain on the play.
Okay, but there was a block coming across here. You see it there. And big number 66 flying across. Right there.
Right there.
He took somebody out with
He
him.
did indeed.
But again,
Carter
I
Wilson
just-
with the tackle.
Yeah, I don't like the step off screen to the boundary, the short side of the field. I understand
you
you're
need
trying
more
to get
space.
numbers, but I like it. Give
Far
you a
side.
chance, yeah.
Yeah.
Play it to the field side where you've got a chance for your guy to make a play. That's just me though.
So no gain on the play or short gain on the play. Second down. And looked like 99 wanted to come real hard and then didn't. Oh,
I
and
think he got
another
that.
great catch. They're going to give it to him? Nope. They're calling it incomplete.
Incomplete.
Oh boy, for where I was, it looked like he caught it.
Here's the replay on that. That's a
Okay.
catch.
That's a catch.
That's a catch. That's a great catch. Do we have challenges in this league?
No, unfortunately.
No, because we don't have
We're
any
gonna get this
replay
one
except
more
us.
time here.
That's a great catch. I'm being yelled at, but I'm being heckled by the crowd here, but that's okay. I can take it.
So third
so,
down.
in spite of the
10.
replay saying catch, we're going to go with 3rd down and 9 yards for the Beefeaters. Refired into punt. Low snap again. They're really not doing very well on these. And almost in there, and the guy who almost blocked it is hurt. That's number 14. Who
Now
called
this is
his
a
name a couple of
15
times.
yards, no yards penalty because he caught this in the
So
air.
we got a flag back here. We got an injured player at the other end.
He wasn't touched.
No,
He
no,
grabbed.
No, he was not.
He grabbed his leg right away.
That's a Mofa, sorry. And
He
he went down right away.
He's had himself a great game too.
and then we've got a flag down here at the other end, and that was caught in the air, so that should be a 15-yard,
Yep.
no yards. So the Beefeaters a little too enthusiastic on their coverage.
So Ottawa is going to have the ball approximately the 45-yard line by the time we're done here.
Right. And to tell you what kind of player Mofa is, he's got 4 players around him to make sure to see what's wrong. So that tells you what he means to this team, because all the other injured players have had nobody.
No.
Right? So this guy obviously, and we've called his name several times, both as a running back and a linebacker and a block kick.
And a captain.
Right? And so he's up and moving, but he's hobbling.
Yeah, the way that he grabbed it right away. I think it was more of a hip or a groin or something that kind of popped on the way. He tried to plant, and you could tell something just popped on it.
Right. Yep. So they're going to put the ball at just shy of the midfield stripe at the 54-yard line of the Sooners. 1st and 10 for the Sooners. And we'll see if the Beefeaters can come up big with a stop here after giving them a free 15 yards.
Again, 10 is not in the game.
Handoff in the backfield. The Beefeaters read that so well. He
So
makes
just
the
coming-
first guy miss,
Jeez.
but that's it. There's nowhere to go
Yeah,
for that.
you know, you're just the Beefeaters are
It's not
selling
on
out to
the
stop the
carry.
run on that.
Yeah.
There you see the linebackers coming right across right away.
Met by a bushel
He had
of Beefeaters.
59s playing defensive line, and he's just screaming through there as
Kana
well.
was the carrier there. And they're
Loss
going to
of
give him
5.
back to the 50-yard line. So a loss of 4 on the play. It's going to bring up 2nd and 14.
11:25 left to go in the ball game. 9-6. That safety is going to come into play yet.
I suspect so. That's a 3-point lead. If they can score a little bit more, even if another field goal makes it a 5-point game, which means against the win, they have to score a touchdown.
Yeah.
2nd and 14, Sooners from their own 50-yard line. They've got one out wide to the far side. Beefeaters with some pressure. And maybe because of that pressure, it was a nice thrown ball, but well incomplete, not anywhere near the target. Intended target was number 25, Ethan Coles.
You know, looking around the field, tell me where there's an open receiver. I know the number 4 has got his hands on his helmet going, hey, I was wide open.
I was open, coach.
Okay, but the ball was released and gone to the other side. That's why the DB stopped running. So
one of us is paying attention to the play,
yeah,
and
and
not
it's
the
like,
other.
I get you run your route, whether it's thrown to you or not.
Exactly.
Because my receivers do that in a game. If they stop running the route, I'm going to kill them. Not even a little bit.
So back to punt again. Number 79, he's busy counting up heads. That's Zachary Schmidt. 2 deep for the Beefeaters. Raymer and Prosser back deep to receive the punt. And there's one short this time. So now he's coming on late, but he'll get there. They wave in the clock as soon as he's onside. There's the snap. Good snap. Picked up and drilled short and out of bounds. Oh, it bounces inbounds and it bounces off somebody.
Okay, it's the first touch by Ottawa.
But
That's
last touch by the Beefeaters, number
Yeah,
23.
it's an illegal touch.
Cameraman Akita
Hence the flag.
Yep.
takes it after it hit off the Sooner player. Flag down
So-
for no yards, I'm guessing.
I believe that's a 15-yarder because they're the first person to touch it.
So it's not just no yards; it's an illegal touch.
Yeah, it's a legal touch, so that should take it out to about the 50-yard line here.
Well, even if it's no yards, it's 15 yards because it hit the ground, so it'll only be
Right.
5 yard. And they are indeed going 15 yards.
Yep.
So that's going to move the ball. The Beefeaters in
No
good
yards,
field
ball
position at their own
Sooners.
52-yard line, 1st and 10
52-yard line.
after the illegal
First
touch
down,
by the
Beefeaters.
Sooners. So a little too happy on his coverage there, a little too quick. Ends up getting the ball bounced. Now,
Again,
I don't expect that he thought it was going to go that short.
You see the wind though, how that kind of played into it. It really held that ball up.
One running back. Sounded like Dak Prescott there. Ready.
Ottawa's lining up offside.
I didn't see a flag. Prosser on the carry.
Prosper on the run.
Again, they're
No
just
gain on the play.
Brought down
they're
by
just
Lamar.
nowhere to go on that. They're just the crowding the line. You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 guys up at the line of scrimmage.
It's interesting that they're still sticking with that, unless that's just to keep them honest. Make them think, and then they're going to throw it outside or
Well, again, remember you had that big run from DJ in the first half.
right.
Do you come back to something like that?
A gain of a yard for Prosser on that one, so making up 2nd and 9. And Prosser up the middle, breaks a couple of tackles.
Prosper
It's
up
going to
the
be
middle.
about a yard short, I think. It's going to be close.
You're going. This is definitely
Maybe
go
about
for
a
it
half
territory
short.
here for the Beefeaters.
Absolutely,
Maybe a yard.
absolutely. Third
All right,
and 1.
Here they are.
Yep, here it
Here's the
comes. 3rd and
numbers.
1.
I can read it. My arm's not long enough.
which is
0-0.
great because I thought he was going to be like 2 or 3 yards
1-1.
short. I thought he had a good run, and then it looked like they
1.
had wrapped him up, and he just moved his
0.
shoulders.
Yeah,
And the same player, number
Yeah.
14,
14. You
I-
tried to go there.
Oklahoma, is down again.
Thank you for your support. If you go to the merch
So
booth, you can
maybe you're
collect
correct
your
on that
winning.
with the groin or whatever popped again, and he's holding his knee, mind you, but he's in a little bit of distress.
He's in a lot of distress.
So he's going to be out for at least 3, if not longer.
That trainer's table for Ottawa is awfully crowded out there for week one.
They've had a few. Yeah,
Yeah.
they've had a few.
Again, Johnson, we saw him go out early in the first half, and he's played spottingly after that. This is really their leader on defense. He's been all over the ball
Yeah, they're going to
in,
give him
the,
a
in,
hand
the,
up.
in
But
this game, and unfortunately this time he's going to need some help coming off the field. And again,
that's unfortunate for one of the leaders of their team.
Yeah, he's a ball player.
He doesn't want help. He's saying, no, I don't need any help. A couple of his teammates are coming out, though, to give him a hand. He pushed the trainer away and said, I'm good. Obviously, he's not good. And we'll see what the Beefeaters can do. 3rd and 1. One suspect that they're going to bring in number 2, Nick Fonte, the running back. His brother, number 3, DJ Fonte,
Yeah,
is
but
the quarterback.
you also bring
And
in
they're
this
bringing the
your
heavy
heavy
guys.
package.
Yep.
You're bringing the 2 fullbacks in. You're taking a receiver out, and you're lining up and say, I can get a yard before you can stop me after a yard.
Yep. And in Canadian ball, when you're lined up a yard off the scrimmage, you should be able to get a yard. Like, it's just, you should be able to do that. Well, there's a free yard. Oh, no, he got back. There's the snap. Fonte,
he didn't
shot
get
the
there.
gap, and he did not get there. He lost 2 yards.
This is what
No one
Ottawa
else
has
is making
done
play.
really, really well. It's just
Gonna be
speed
short.
off the edge.
First down.
That's 28, Jalen guy shooting off the edge, like you said, and getting a shoe top, and the ball turns over on downs. It'll be first down for the Sooners.
So Ottawa's defense is keeping them in this game.
Yes.
Both defenses
Yep.
be keeping the teams in this game. You got to find something offensively on that. But again, other than the first quarter, the Beefeaters have played a masterful game defensively.
Defensively,
Coach
they've been lights
Stark's
out.
done a
They've
great
done
job
a
in this
great
game.
job with this. 1st and 10 for the Sooners, just outside their own 50-yard line at the
Okay,
51.
Johnson is back in the backfield on that split. So you're in that 22 set now. 2x2.
And he takes the handoff. He's looking for room, and there's nothing there. The Beefeaters just stack it up and then drive him backwards.
Again, 78,
Johnson on the carry.
54.
Minimal gain.
54, Max Wilson was the last player to push him backwards. So he
Another
was-
of those linebackers, like they're just
they all want a piece of this.
there's so
Okay.
much speed, and they're just going downhill. They're just playing downhill.
Gain of a half yard.
Neither team has really been able to do much in the passing game, although we did see that spectacular catch
Great catch.
and throw on the
Great catch.
sideline there. But other than that, there hasn't been anything in the passing
For
game.
either team,
No.
really. Right now, the Beefeaters want to pound the ground, and they want to run it. But so here we go, 2nd and 9. And it's intercepted, and no flag on the play.
Is this JoJo?
Back down the
This
sideline.
is.
Yes, it is. Number 23, Josiah Chepperman
Peppermint
Okio.
with the pick.
Yeah, JoJo with the INT. Late
There's a
flag on the
Whoop.
play.
Very late.
But this is, I think, you can be objectionable conduct against Ottawa.
So the Beefeaters,
Taken out of bounds.
he's
at the
knocked out of
51-yard
bounds at the
line.
51-yard line of the Sooners. And there's a flag way deep back in what would have been the offensive backfield.
Yeah.
And
It's
we'll
after the
see what
change of
that is.
possession. I think it's going this way. We'll wait and see for the gentleman in the white hat.
Although they're not talking to anybody.
Well,
They
they're-
were talking to a Beef player, and now they're talking to an Ottawa player. So we'll see what happens out
I believe
here.
they're talking to each other out there more than the Ottawa players.
Could be. And they just want to know what's going on. Well, you'll find out soon enough, I suppose. Patience, young man. Patience.
One of them's getting a UR right down the sideline.
So we'll see what happens. They've picked up the flag now, at least.
So it's objectionable conduct, unnecessary roughness, against the Beefeaters.
Okay, hold on. Which way is he waving?
Wave them both ways.
That could be it. That could be it. Unnecessary roughness. Face mask.
Unnecessary roughness face mask is the call.
Unnecessary
against the Sooners.
roughness.
Well, that'll mark him up 15 yards. That takes the ball
First
to the
and 10
inside the
Beefeaters
45-yard
at the
line.
44-yard line.
First and 10, Beefeaters from the Sooner 44.
So if you're the Beefeaters, you need an identifying drive, okay? You need to close this game out. Put a drive together right now. This is what you want. You need to score a touchdown
7:38
right now
left.
and
7:38
end
left.
this
You've got
game.
the wind.
Yep.
You score a touchdown now. It's not quite over, but it's over.
Yeah.
Flags
Penalty
fly
flags.
everywhere.
I think Ottawa's offside on this.
Prosser with a great run, breaking tackles,
Prosper up
taking
the
it
And
one
another
way and
late
then the other
flag.
way, and then there's another flag on the tackle.
So I think you're
Flag down by
offside.
Dawson White.
And I want to see at the end of this, did he get his face
Believe it or
mask?
not, folks, there is
Nope.
Flag
Oh,
down.
we didn't see what happened as he rolled over there, though. So
So it's after
that's where
yards
I think it
gained.
happened, was as he rolled over.
Yeah.
For sure, it's an offside, and they're pointing against the Sooners.
Yeah, and this is what I mean by you need a statement style drive. You got a chance to close the game out.
You're not supposed to get the statement on errors of the other guy. You're supposed to make your own statement, though.
Well,
But the great
that
run, the run is a
was a
statement.
statement.
Absolutely. The rest of it is bonus. There you go. Another
unnecessary roughness against
I'm
Ottawa.
not sure why. It didn't look like they did anything. I mean, he
Well,
tackled and they were rolling.
Were their hands to the face
Yeah.
afterwards? Again,
we couldn't see
we're on
that.
the opposite side of that.
Yep.
He's kind of grabbing at his face mask the way he was. So maybe hands to the face unnecessary. Like,
Could be.
not sure. But
The
again,
end
this is going to
result
be
is
a
that's-
15-yard penalty on top of this.
Yeah.
And you're going to have the ball probably about the 30-yard line, 25, somewhere around there.
So do they get the offside as well?
But the best for us.
In which case it's a 20-yard penalty.
Offside is declined. Unnecessary roughness.
Face mask.
Face
They did-
mask.
Yep. So it was a face mask. So he must have grabbed it on the roll as
10
he turned
yards
around.
from the
15
spot
on
of the
The
thought he
15-yard
indicated- yeah, it's a
face mask
15-yard
penalty.
penalty. So you're going to have the ball at about
Ball.
the 30, 25-yard line here.
at or near the
Well, they're looking
15-yard line.
inside, all the way down to the 15.
Oh, wow. So they're definitely a lot closer than I thought they were. So,
Yeah,
yeah,
yep.
you're at the Chris's Country Cuts red
We
zone
are in the
here.
red zone. It's the Chris's Country Cuts brought to you at the Covent Garden Market. Red zone ball.
See the turkey behind the counter.
I'll get this right eventually. That's just new. I'll figure that out. Fonte with his
So I-
brother Fonte in the
They got
backfield.
double tight end on the left here as well.
Sorry, that was Prosser in the backfield. All I
Yep.
saw was the two.
Prosper.
Again, you're bringing an extra blocker down. They're just bringing an extra guy down. They're man across the board, and they're bringing an extra guy.
And there's no gain on the play, maybe even a short loss.
But what I was pointing out, Chris, is they have a tight end in, and they're putting the fullback offset in a slot back position to give you two extra blockers. But again, Ottawa said that's fine. They're playing zero coverage. Now they got one back time up top this time. But again, they're walking them down. Even the safeties are playing 7-8 yards.
So everything's in tight. Fonte picks up a block. He's got nowhere to go with the ball, mind you, and he's just going to take it out of bounds himself.
Fonte.
He's escorted out of bounds by number 28, Jalen Guy.
So good. Not even a receiver running a route on that. That was a quarterback run all the time.
And there was nowhere to go.
Yeah.
There was nowhere to go. Now, to be fair, or to note, number 14 for them, number 14, Omafoma, is not in the game.
No.
He's done. And still they're playing very well on the run.
So 3rd down and 10 here. You've had 2 field goals blocked. Offense is staying out.
Yes. Yes, they are. Prosser's in the backfield. Raymer's out to the far side, along with
You got
Subeth
3 to the field, 2 to the boundary, 1 running back in.
and Priest on
And they
this
got
side.
him. They got him.
They got him to jump. So that's a free 5 yards. It's still 3rd down. Think they can get him to jump again
No.
for a free 1st down? It's going to bring up 3rd and 5 on the offside.
But 3rd and 5 is a lot more manageable. It keeps the run
Oh,
game
it keeps,
in
keeps the
play.
run game in. Your options are much
yards,
much
now it's
broader
5.
with 3rd and 5 than they are with 3rd and 10.
Yeah.
Now, just don't take a procedure call here to make it 3rd and 10 again.
Okay, now you see.
Now they're going to bring out the field goal team.
No. Timeout's
Oh,
being
no.
called.
Yep, no.
Yeah, it is.
Well,
They're
Rivard's
lining
out
up
there.
field
Yeah.
goal.
Yeah, the backup quarterback is the holder. That's number 5. Xavier Zetlini. And Rivard is the kicker. Now let's see if they can. If they work
they
a
can
little bit
block
on the
this.
sidewalk, if they can block this up for them. Another high snap, gets the punt, get it away.
There you go.
Field goal attempt.
Billy puts it down. Rivard puts it through.
Good. Rivard from in close.
12-6 Beefeaters. 5:43 left in the
That's a
fourth.
big 3 points.
It is a huge 3 points. That makes it a 6-point ball game, which means they need a touchdown to tie.
Yeah.
A converted one to win. And they're going into the win, and they really haven't done anything since the first quarter.
Now, 5:43 left. Now, do they elect to take the ball at the 35-yard line, or do they want London to kick? I think they're going to
If
take
I
it
was
at the
them, I'd take it
35.
to 35.
Yeah, I do too.
'Cause
Especially with the wind.
if London booms a kick here, they're starting at the 10, 15, 20 versus the 35.
So, Ottawa with the ball. 35-yard line.
First and 10 from 35 for the Sooners. After the field goal, they take the ball at the 35-yard line. Coming in a little bit late with the play, their quarterback, number 12, Rana. And here they go. This is their ball game here. There's 5 minutes left into the wind. They don't do anything here.
Yeah, this is-
the ball game's pretty much over then.
You got to start counting
Barring
drives at
an
this point.
accident and
You
a
got 2,
turnover.
maybe
and
3 possessions left
And they're-
total here. Boy, those linebackers
great
hit.
hit.
Oh, my
Great
goodness.
hit. They filled that hole. That's
We're
Richard
30
again.
yards away, and we heard that.
Yeah, that's Richard. Man, that man likes to hit.
Ruining the day he carried that ball after.
Wow.
Richard just
These guys
boosted
just,
him.
like,
And
no
he
wonder
wasn't,
it's
he
hard
wasn't
to
the only
run
one
against-
in there either.
No.
Number 59, Matt Henkes was there with him. Like, oh my. Gain of a yard and a half, maybe 2 at the most. 2nd and 8 for the Sooners. They need to do better than that if they expect to win
these
this ball
guys
game.
fly downhill. Man, they hit.
So
They
you,
hit so well.
you got to believe they're going to put the ball in the air there, but they're into the wind. They can't really
Yep.
afford to put the ball into the air. Low snap, picked up, handed off.
Hit in the
And,
backfield
and again, the Beefeaters are right there.
Johnson.
That's number 90, John Mulawai, who meets him in the hole. I don't think they got a yard.
in on that.
Yeah,
No gain.
gain.
Possibly
No gain.
yard.
Third down.
But again, with the wind blowing, 4:15 left in the ball game, this is pretty much
You
your
got to
game.
go.
Yeah.
You got to go, but you need 8 yards
Well, you've
into
done
the
it all.
wind.
You've done it all game anyway.
Well, this is true. This is true. They did punt once. Come on now.
yeah, once or twice, but you've gone for it more than you've not.
So the wind is picked up to make this we assume pass play even more difficult. And there's just a lot. Oh, it's just a lame duck ball.
Pass falls incomplete.
Yeah, again, good
And
coverage.
the ball's going to turn over on downs. The Beefeaters take it away from them. 1st and 10 Beefeaters from what, the 37?
Yeah, about that. So again, run, get it get
So
a
he
first
was
down.
under pressure
Yeah, the Beefeaters brought pressure that
and
time.
the wind. And it's just
And
a lame duck
it was-
pass that came
yeah.
out. There was nothing. There was no way it was going to be complete to anybody. It wasn't anywhere near anyone. And the Beefeaters take over. 1st and 10 from the 37-yard line.
Again, this looks to be another ugly win for the Beefeaters.
Ugly is still a win.
Yeah, but they don't ask you how it looked or by how many. They just ask you how many at the end.
Yeah. Yes, this is very true. But 12-6 is still, if you look at the scorecard, you go, 12-6. So was that a game of field goals? Not with this wind, it wasn't.
Nope.
Nope. Now here we go. 1st and 10 Beefeaters. They can really salt it away here, even just by killing the clock. So Prosser off tackle on the right-hand side.
Prosper.
He picks
On
up
the
several
right-hand
yards
side.
on the play. 44,
Down
William
to
Lamar
Yeah,
with
a
the
couple
tackle.
pullers coming through here. Not quite hitting that power
25.
quite yet,
Ish.
but it's really, really close.
2nd and 5.
But it's a gain of 5, which is what we talked about earlier. Those 2-yard runs are now 3, 4, 5, 5,
Yeah.
6, 7 yards. And Prosser's still running with power. The defense is getting tired. And their leader, number
Is
14,
on the bench.
is on the bench.
Yeah.
So it's up to the rest of them to try and pick up the slack. 2nd and 5. Prosser again makes the first guy. What a great move.
Great
Stuck his
little
foot in the
move
guy
in
and
there.
right back up inside that
Yep.
hole.
Sweet
Great
screw.
run.
This is what I wanted the Beefeaters to do the last time they had the ball.
Right.
I
So
wanted to
stuck
find
his
a
foot in the
drive.
hole there and just
Yep.
went, nope, that way.
3 minutes, John.
Read that so well. Good job by Prosser.
So it's a
And
first
they're
down
looking
for
at
the
the spot to
Beefeaters.
see if it's a first down or not. They haven't moved the sticks yet. The Beefeaters, of course, are signaling first down. There's the guy in a white hat signaling first down. Start the clock.
First
Away
down.
we go.
That's 3-minute warning at this point, too.
After much consternation and talk.
So,
First
yeah,
down,
you-
Beefeaters.
First down, Beefeaters are going to mark the ball at the 27. So he got exactly what he needed. And they're just going to keep pounding and pounding and pounding, which is their game anyways. But at this point, with 2.5 left on the clock, that's exactly the game.
Beefeaters have a bye next week. Then they're on the road. I think it's either to Toronto or Quinte. I don't quite remember.
I can't remember the schedule. So I looked at it earlier today, and then I've got all caught up in this game, so I can't remember. And I'm old. I don't have that kind of memory power anyways. Takes the
What was
snap.
that?
Prosser on the carry. Again, going to make 5 or 6 yards on that.
Okay.
They're just
Well,
going off tackle,
It's
off
the
tackle, off
same
tackle.
play, but who
Yep.
cares?
Yep. Well, they can't stop it now.
I've met a coach who ran the same play 14, 15 times in a row because they couldn't stop
Can't
it.
stop it.
Yep. And if they can't stop it, don't fix it.
Yep. So I remember way back when you were coaching and my son was
Yep.
playing on your teams.
More about the
We had a running back named Ben Roberts.
Yep.
And in the championship game, we just kept running them, and
Yep.
they could do nothing.
It was pitch,
Yeah, just
48 pitch.
yep. There you go.
I
there you go,
I
there you
remember
go,
the
there
call
you go,
well.
There you go. And I was on the mic, and I was getting bored calling the same thing all the time.
Offside Beefeaters.
There's a flag.
Raymer
What
was
are you
10
talking about? He's
yards.
only in the end zone from the
Raymer was
27.
10
Come on.
yards downfield.
That's not offside.
He's looking the block and it's like,
That's
shoot.
a late snap.
Thought you
That's
got
what
it
that
out.
is. So it's 1st and 10, and now 1st and more.
That's 2nd and 10 now.
Yeah. Yes.
But it
All
stops the
right.
clock.
Yes.
So that's
it
something.
did. So that's in the Sooners'
That's
favor.
Ottawa's favor, but
Yes.
you know,
At this point, I don't think it's going to make that much difference.
it shouldn't.
It shouldn't.
But again,
Prosser in the backfield.
a first down would be huge here.
Back to pass since it's first down. Airing it out to back to the deep corner. And there's the pass interference call.
Well, no, and there's also a late flag for roughing the quarterback.
Oh, well, hello.
Okay,
I was watching the ball. I didn't see the quarterback with the late hit.
well,
Well,
Yeah.
there's penalties.
it's a 15-yard penalty for
Roughing the passer.
for roughing the
It's
passer.
also 15 yards.
It's 10
oh,
yards
it's in
for
the end.
P-
It's in the end zone. Does that make a
so
difference?
yes, it's going to be a 15-yard penalty
Regardless, either way,
But you know, you're going to take the late hit on the quarterback.
just to send a message, if
Yeah.
nothing else. Dude, don't touch our quarterback.
Yeah.
I get that.
So it's going to be first down here for the Beefeaters with 1:57 left to go in the ball game. And this
And
is
they're
what I
going to
was
move the
talking
ball
about.
up
He needs a
15 yards
statement
from the
yard.
27. So that's a good one.
14's coming back in.
Well, we'll see if he's able to move. I mean, he jogged on, but we'll see if he's actually able to move the way he was earlier. And this is
Gentlemen are
this is a big
talking.
huddle as to which. Yeah, not quite sure why it's such a big huddle.
So you had a wheel. So
unless,
they had
unless the unnecessary roughness is against number 50, which would be 3. Is that what they're talking about? Maybe. I didn't see who that was.
I think
Can we
it was-
maybe see that?
I
Can we
think it was
see
on
who
90.
who hit the quarterback?
I think it was the D lineman. I want to say 97.
Well, they're going to go talk to the coaches. Yep. Could we maybe replay the hit, the late hit? There we go. Oh, here's the pass. Yeah, that's definitely pass interference as he hip checks him out of the way. So they're having a little chit chat.
Great job by cameraman Adam over there, trying to decipher what they're what we're saying there. But again, 15-yard penalty.
Regardless of which penalty they take or don't take, it doesn't. They're both 15 yards, so that doesn't really matter. I'm taking a.
Beefeaters, pass interference.
Holding Beefeaters.
Oh, that's why all the talk then.
I thought it was a late
no,
hit.
and no late hit.
Down or no?
Sure looked like a late hit from where I was.
Well, that's a couple that they haven't called that we thought, including that catch that was a catch.
Yep.
The
Fonty
Beefeaters.
calls his own
There he
number
goes,
over the edge.
Fonty. And he's got
Holding.
wheels. There's a
Yeah.
hold, though. There's a flag on a play.
That was pretty evident.
Yeah, that one was
Fonte on the run.
not a
Out of
surprise
bounds for
that
the
was
first down, but
thrown. Yeah,
believe it or
right
not,
there.
there's a
Yeah.
flag
You
on
can
the
see
play.
him. You going, what? I didn't touch him.
Anytime you throw your hands up to say I didn't touch him,
Means you touched him.
you did it right. Like
So
100
there's
times out of 100.
2 players down, 1 from each team.
Now 2.
Yeah, it looks
And
that way.
Number 14's down. Not really a surprise. He gave chase to that, and he's a little hurt now. And we've got a Beefeater down. We can't see what number that is from this angle.
It looks like one of the linemen who was downfield.
So we'll wait and see how that turns out.
Thank our sponsors.
They've
Railway
actually got-
Rosie Streetery, Chris's Country Cuts in the Coven.
Oh, that's 84. That
Wow,
was
the PA announcer's
the
really
big tight end.
screwing that up.
Echo Valley Golf Club, Turtle Jacks Muskoka Grill, and others, trophies and awards. Leaving
So,
at 10:59.
It's going to be a 10-yard
Parks
penalty
Canada.
from the spot of the
T-Mac
foul.
automation.
It's going to be second down
And Star London East
and
West.
15 for the
Thank you all
Beefeaters
for
here.
your support.
Again, it's you're chewing clock. It's
Right,
clock.
which that did. I mean, it's,
Clock is better than yards right now.
absolutely. They chew enough clock, they don't even need to kick a field goal.
If you can punt it through the back of the end zone for a rouge, you
Right.
pretty much dice this game.
Right. Well, that makes it a converted touchdown
Yeah.
game.
Which
Right.
again, we haven't seen Ottawa.
Manage anything on the kicking game
No.
at all. Here we go. It's second down, Beefeaters from the second and 14. And they've got lots of receivers in on this one. Fonte's back to pass. He's got a little bit of pressure. He steps up.
Oh, I like this.
Delivers the ball.
Oh,
Thrown
great
over the
interception.
middle. Intercepted. And he's got some room to run. There's a flag down. We'll wait and see what that is.
Picked off by
But the
number
ball is
28.
Ball's thrown over the middle and picked off. Number 28, Jalen Guy comes
Flag on
up
the
with
play.
it. We'll wait and see what this flag is.
Well, we were talking about you needed one more point to ice it. Sooners now have a chance.
It's a long chance, but they do have a chance. They got
Yeah.
a minute 36. They're down by 6.
It was a holding call against the Beefeaters. Penalties declined.
Yep, they'll take that. Oh,
Holding was called.
really? They want the ball instead of the holding penalty? I can't believe it.
100 times out of 100.
At the 36-yard line.
So, again,
He returned out to the 36. It's going to be first and 10. Sooners from their own 36 with a minute 36 left to play in the game. We shall see what they come up with here. They've still got a fairly long field to go. They've got some time to do it. They did call one timeout, I think. So they were only down to one timeout, which make him into play.
I think you got both timeouts still.
Do they still have 2?
Yeah, I think so.
Okay, we'll see. That helps them if they do.
Again, Johnson's coming out.
85 is getting off the field. He's not supposed to be out there. Here they come. This is their moment to shine. If they're going to do it, this is the time to do it. Right now, they got minute 36. They're down by 6. Two running backs. Hands it off to Johnson. He's trying to make stuff work, but Richard is right there.
Johnson on the carry.
Short gain on the
This-
play, maybe a couple of yards, maybe
This
3 at
is
the
the
very
second
most.
game for the Beefeater, and this is going to be one of my favorite players this year.
Richard, he's in
yeah.
on everything. He's in on absolutely
Every play,
everything.
he is around the ball. He's got great lateral movement, and he's got a great nose for stick my foot in, and I'm going to go downhill.
Yep. And he held him to a yard. So it's second and 9. Second and a short 9 or long 8. You decide how you want to call that.
I'll call it 9.
All right, we'll call it 9 because we can.
Yep.
3 down territory, obviously.
Yeah,
Because they're a
it's-
minute 20 and counting. Clock is running. Johnson is out. You want to watch for a little swing pass out to Johnson here.
Yeah,
He's the
so-
guy they want to get in space. They're looking the other way. They're going over the middle. Ball is caught. There's a flag on the far side.
Pass is caught.
Caught by.
It's going to be short of the first down, but
Brought
again,
down by
penalty
Luke.
flag on the
But-
play.
but
Flag
it's-
on the play.
It's going to be 3rd and 2 if the play
Did he
stands.
push off?
Nice catch. You went up tall and got that. Coverage was great. He was right there. Johnny on the spot.
Ineligible. Oh, no flag.
They're
So
going to wave it
saying,
off.
They're saying he did declare.
Okay.
So that they were going to call it
he
legal
wasn't
touching.
wasn't as good as the last guy who declared to everybody.
Yeah.
Flag was thrown in error.
However, it is 3rd down.
But in habit, exactly.
Third down and about 2 here,
3,
Chris.
2, 3, 2. Long 2. 3rd and a long 2.
Keeps the run game in, but again, you're
Certainly
under
does.
a minute left to go in the ball game here. Tight end, so your trips
Going to throw the ball.
trying
Gonna
to
put
throw
it
the
in
swing
oh,
pass.
he
It's going to
missed his
fall
ball.
incomplete.
Missed both his
Got his
receivers.
balls,
He was thrown to a spot, and the receiver went too deep, and then tried to come back for it and didn't get there.
Wow,
He
He threw it way too early. He hadn't even come out of his break yet.
Yeah.
Again, defense holds. Story of this
Ball,
game.
Ball turns over on downs. This is all about defense this entire game.
Yep.
And the Beefeaters have made a couple more plays than the Sooners defensively. The Sooners have scored
They
6
forced
points.
that fumble on special teams. They scored the touchdown. They converted on their break. If we look at this game, Ottawa got the interception. They got 2 interceptions in this game.
Yep.
Weren't able to convert either of them into points.
No.
That's the story of this game.
And they got 6 points in the first quarter, in the first half of the first
Yep.
quarter. And that's it. Other than that, the Beefeaters have said, no, you're not going anywhere. And they've shut them right down. And really, in the second half, the Beefeaters have allowed very nothing. No, very few yards, nothing. Prosser on the carry again, right up the middle.
You know, all you're trying to do is just hold on to the ball.
Yep, they're trying to
Yards,
strip it.
yards don't matter.
No.
You've got 2 timeouts. They're going to call a
92's in there.
timeout here.
Amuse is in there trying to rip that ball out, but Prosser's got a good handle on it. 2 hands on the ball. Only picked up a yard or change. But
Look.
that doesn't matter because there's 39 seconds left now.
Yeah. Ottawa, that's a long bus ride for Ottawa. I got a feeling these 2 teams are going to see each other again down the road.
I think they might.
And depending on where it's going to be played, that's going to indicate a lot of who's going to come away from that game. And
Second and 9.
this Ottawa team's very, very good.
They are good. They are very good. Defensively, they're really, really good. Prosser finds a hole
There he
right in
goes.
the middle, and he's broken it free.
There he goes.
And touchdown! Number 28. Holy moly, Elijah Prosper.
We can get that
Breaks the
replay
tackle.
one more time. Look at the block at the time at the
Look
point
at
of
the hole.
attack.
Look at that hole.
Your guard and your tackle absolutely collapsed down.
And
You
he's
had a
gone.
puller kick
the only
out.
guy who had a shot at catching him was their injured captain, number 14.
And he doesn't have the wheels.
Doesn't
at
have
this
the
point.
wheels now to do that. The Beefeaters salt that one away with 9 seconds left, and it's now 18-6. And point after to come. That was a great run by Prosper.
We talked
Great
about
run.
the war of attrition. You know, lean on it. There we kind of saw
What happens?
what happens.
Yep.
And again,
It's just nobody back there.
the
Little chip
Beefeaters are
shot
going to
point
start
after
the
attempt is
season.
good.
They're going to start the season 2-0. And an old friend of mine told me a long time ago, Norbert Wolf. You might have met him once.
I
or
met him
twice.
once or twice,
Yeah.
yes.
You can't be 3-0 unless you're 2-0.
Fair enough.
Yeah.
It's accurate. It's true.
Yep.
It's true.
He had a gift for pointing out the blatantly obvious.
He still does. I
Yeah,
still see
I
him
know.
from time to time. So the Beefeaters, 9 seconds left to play, are up 19-6 over the Sooners. And I think you alluded to it. It's going to be a long bus ride home.
Yeah,
For the Ottawa.
That's a long. It's a long bus ride after a win. It's a longer bus ride after
It
a
really
loss.
is. I remember going down to Windsor and play
Yeah.
Essex in the old OVFL.
Yep.
And if you lost, it was such a long
Like
that drive
5-hour
to
bus
Windsor.
ride back.
The drive to Windsor sucks anyways.
Yeah.
And to drive home from a loss, just like, oh my God.
I didn't lose down there a whole lot.
No, but there
To
were
be
the
honest
odd
with you.
ones. The Ravens always gave us a battle.
Oh, they were wars. They were
Yeah,
absolute wars.
Absolutely. Absolutely.
And again, we respect the heck out of that organization.
Absolutely. You know what? It's
But our-
supposed to be a war.
Speaking of Windsor, our next home broadcast here on Friday the 29th are against the defending national champion
champions,
St. Clair
the
Saints.
St. Clair Saints. Absolutely. That should be a great game. Kickoff. Here we go. Rivard sends
That's a
it deep.
great kick. It's over his head.
Yep. Oh, it hits the crossbar. So it's blown dead immediately. Now, where do they spot the ball?
Oh, it's a dead ball. It comes out to the 20.
There you go.
The goalpost.
Now, does he get 3 points if it
No.
comes through?
No,
Oh, that's not fair. Come on now.
it'd be cool.
Absolutely.
Again, we're talking about the old Falcon days. We had a kicker, Andre Agathis
I got this.
was the guy's name. And in that season, I saw him hit the uprights on kickoffs 7 times. That kid couldn't hit an extra point to
At
save
one
his
point,
life.
we were playing again, my son was playing with
Yep.
him. We were playing at the high school, St. Thomas Aquinas.
Yep.
And his field goals would go on the road
Yeah.
on Oxford Street. And I didn't want to be the guy returning the ball
Nope.
because, I don't want to stand on Oxford Street amongst the traffic and try and catch that ball.
Yeah, but again, he couldn't hit an extra point to save his life, but he hit a 70-yard field goal.
Yeah, chip shots were not his forte.
Yeah, no.
You needed to carry two kickers.
Accuracy was not his thing.
You needed two
Leg
kickers.
strength was.
1st and 10. Sooners, they're going to air it out. Great catch is complete.
Pass is complete.
And he's brought down immediately by the Beefeaters, and the Sooners are going to call timeout with 3 seconds left.
Again,
Brought
just
down by Sam Padilla.
good effort. This is what we talked about when we looked at the benches, the size of the benches at the start of the game.
Yep.
I think the heat and the numbers got Ottawa today
I suspect so.
as much as the Beefeaters defense. Again, so this is a very, very good Ottawa team. This was their first game, so advantage to Ottawa for not really showing the Beefeaters anything. Now what you are is on tape. So now, when they play their next game, there's something for the other teams to prepare for.
Right.
This is a very, very good running game. This is very dynamic.
London football team.
And again, really good job by Ottawa. I love the Oregon State Beaver uniforms that they sport out here.
If you drive a black Cadillac, DET.
I do not drive a black Cadillac.
Not my caddy.
No.
Car. You got only 3 seconds left. You might as well go now. The food truck can't get out.
So Ottawa,
DET
3 to the field,
L717.
2 to the boundary, 1 running back in, or they're going empty now.
Yeah, they take one shot down the field, and why not?
Motion over to quads.
And there it is down the seam, and almost picked off. Not near any receiver, mind you. And that is the ball game. The Beefeaters take it and go 2-0. Can't go 3-0 without going 2-0, and they do it 19-6 over the Ottawa Sooners. A good game, a fun game. Mostly defensive, though.
Yeah, both teams have things to work on their offense. Like that's.
Yep.
But, we saw a little bit finally in the second half of the Beefeaters grabbing some momentum and holding it and taking advantage of the Ottawa mistake. Special teams, again, was a huge factor in this game. For London, they clearly won the third phase of the game. You got to work on the passing game a little bit. This wind was playing with the ball quite a bit. And I think London's got some improvement to do. But again, you got a bye week now.
So you can
You
work
got
on those
time
things.
to fix things.
Right. You can work on those things that maybe didn't quite go correctly. And I think the Beefeaters come out next week. Well, 2 weeks from now, they're on the road.
Yep.
And then we're back here on the 29th.
Yes.
Is that okay? So they're on the road next week. No, 2 weeks. Bye next week. On the road 2 weeks from now.
Yep.
And then we're back here to take on the defending national champions, St. Clair Saints.
Yes.
Which should be a great game. I'm looking forward to that.
If you've never been to a St. Clair London game, come down here on
Come
that
on down.
Friday. And it's a Friday night game.
So Friday under the lights.
Friday night lights game. It's going to be a great game. Again, Chris, great job today. We'll see you in 2 weeks. Again, Beefeaters done a great job here today.
All right. Ron Ferwerda on the color. I'm Chris Lyons on the play-by-play. Thank you so much. You've been enjoying Beefeater football, courtesy of London Football TV. See you in 2 weeks.